Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
And the winner is Dorfidoodle F's in the chat.
Oh, hi everybody. I know this is a little bit jarring and juxtapositioning, but I didn't really feel like it was appropriate to play a hype song to come in for what my title. So we're here. Do with that information what you will. God, I am one. Anyway, hi, F's in the chat. I want to start the stream by just saying this. I can disagree with your political opinions without wanting you dead. I know, hot take. I don't condone this level of violence. Do I agree with Charlie Kirk? Do I think he's a good person? Not entirely. But do I think he deserved what I witnessed happen to him? Absolutely not. For those of you who don't know, and I'm going to put a little bit of background music. Not Fallout. That doesn't feel right. I just need a little background. Okay. So, for those who don't know, Charlie Kirk is a right-wing, well, was a right-wing commentator. Is most famous for like going to convention or going to colleges and like dating people. Hold on, I see my mic is like flipping out. Test. Okay. So Charlie Kirk is a guy who is on right-wing media side. He helped Trump get elected. He was personally thanked at, Trump's, winning speech, I believe. Like, he's very known in the political. I'm gonna have to close fishing. Everything's like lagging. Try fishing later. All right. So, Charlie likes to go to colleges and do little debates. He did. And then today, while he was at a conversation, at a debate in Utah, he was shot in the neck. He was hit along the left side of the neck, with the exit hole appearing in the back. I haven't seen the other videos that are apparently going around. I've only seen one. But when I saw it and when I watched the way his body reacted, I was like, I've witnessed a man die again on television. So history is full of like watching people die in real time. Like, controversial, I know. But I just saw Philip DeFranco came out with his video. I've been watching his son. I've been bouncing back and forth on different Twitter things. I will not be pulling Twitter up unless it's a direct link only, because the video is everywhere on Twitter. Absolutely everywhere. Multiple videos apparently are now out everywhere. I do not recommend watching it. Oh. I I guess, like I said, I don't agree with everything that he says, but that doesn't mean he should be shot over it. You know? I believe everybody deserves like a fair trial when it comes to how our fates are decided for us, you know? Everybody deserves a fair shot. Nobody else should get the right to choose for us in all terms. But we're gonna I'm just gonna go right into it. Because I don't know what else to say other than I know Trump is going to be doing a press conference or is currently in a press conference. I plan on getting to that as soon as I can. Cap locks is always. But he is dead. He has passed on. I think it's pretty awful. I worry about the implications it has for other political commentators. You know, I'm a nobody. You know, I'm a 3 view count Andy on most days. Now sometimes I can't even be a 1 count viewing. Um, but no one, regardless of your size, status, and your political beliefs, deserves to be shot like how he was shot. Or at all. Shot at all. just want to clarify.
Hey, so
Okay. Okay. So, please don't show the video. Okay. This is one you can see.
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Yep. Charlie Kirk was shot and killed by an assassin while on stage during a stop at Utah Valley University, UVU. What I'm going to try to call it as kicking off his America Comeback tour on Wednesday, just as he answered a question from an audience member about mass shootings committed by transgender people. The shooter remains on the loose, sources told the Post, despite conflicting reports that an arrest was made. Video was circulated on social media showing an older man being hauled away by police. Even before Kirk's death was confirmed, President Trump somberly spoke of him in the past tense, telling the Post that he's not doing well. Yes, it looks very bad, and adding that he was feeling not good about the shooting. He was a very, very good friend of mine, and he was a tremendous person, says the president. Turning Point USA founder was rushed to a nearby the Turning Point USA founder was rushed to a nearby hospital for emergency surgery. A nurse told longtime friend and former employee Lucy Williams, who relayed the information to the Post, later confirming reports that he passed away. This is him literally before it enters his neck, like right here. Please. There's also another shot from a different angle. I'm being very careful as I scroll. I do not want them to show it. Oh, hold on. I gotta move that so I can see. He died. Just received the pop-up notification. I love that this is how all of you find out. I had to close down Fish. It was freaking out the computer. It's weird because he was my age. He's younger than me. I'm like, whoa. Also, I was hiding the chat in the wrong spot. I'm sorry, everybody. Also, hi Goblin, hi Punk. Wait, how old is he? 31. The conservative influencer jerked back and appeared to recoil in pain and grabbed at his neck as the crack of a single gunshot rang out from the crowd. Dramatic video from the scene shows. I do not recommend looking this video up. If you don't like blood, if you don't like seeing people get shot or hurt or maimed, even if you're like meh about it, don't. What the fuck? He was a 93 baby? Yes, he was born in 1993. Kirk, 31, was conducting a Q&A session from a pop-up tent on campus when a gunman fired a shot from the university's police center with a long gun around 200 feet away from where he was speaking, according to a source and a university spokesman, sending thousands of spectators in panic. Yeah, so like, are they gonna let me zoom in? Okay, so this is as far as they'll let me go. This right here is about where he was speaking, because it's like a quad and there's a bunch of stuff there. I'm so scared they're gonna show it, man. I feel like I'm like free diving Twitter on a news site right now. And the shooting was apparently somewhere over here. Oh wait, Dorothy, didn't you send it to me over Discord? Or you posted it in the chat? How different people can be, even if they were born the same year. I'm a lefty raised by an OG punk. See, some of us weren't that lucky. I was Team Freedom Fries up until like 2007, 2008. Ooh! Hot! Yes, okay. Browser so okay. So hopefully you guys can see it. Nope. Okay. Well, so here, right over here, the red spot is where Charlie Kirk was shot. The black spot is where the shooter is the shot most likely came from, where they believe the shot came from. This is 200 fields away, or 200 yards away. For Americans in the chat, that's 2 football fields, okay? For not Americans, it's yards. I don't know if yards is metric or not. Well, a grin on my face won't fade for a few days. I hate that guy. I dislike him. I don't think he's a good person, but I don't believe he deserved to be shot. I don't believe any political speaker deserves to be shot. I don't believe any political speaker should be attacked for their political... I don't believe any person should be harmed for their political ideology. Or their opinions, regardless of how toxic it is. There needs to be a better pushback to the incorrect information. It is kind of ironic, though, that he was, like, calling for... Or he was saying that, like, gun deaths are necessary because that means we get to keep the Second Amendment. I'll get back to that. Oh, I'm so worried that it's... Okay. Former Utah Congressman Joseph Chavez, who was at the event with his family, told Fox News the shot came from during the second question Kirk was answering about transgender shooters. He had 2 children. I'm so sad for them. Yeah, 2 kids and a wife. Like, that sucks. Like, they're not going to understand anything that happened here. And the wife doesn't deserve any hate that might come to her because of who she's with, okay? We don't always choose the people we fall in love with. For the metric users, the shot was fired at about 182,88 meters away. Wait, 18,288 meters away? 3 feet in a yard. He fell back to his left. Everybody hit the deck. Everybody was screaming, and then everybody was running. Kravitz added, while Kirk had said had some security guards in front of where he was speaking, there was no security checks going into the event. And the event had light police present. Oh, 182.88. Oh, it was a point, not a comma, my bad. uh, and roughly about 183 meters. That's that's an insane shot. I know a little bit too much about guns, okay? And from videos I saw, again, don't go watch them. I believe it was something close to a 308 based off of might not been a 308, but based off of how clean it appeared on entry and the judgment of possible exit hole, I believe it was possibly a 308, maybe something a little heavier, but feel free to correct me or call me out wrong because I'm just going from personal experience. Oh, I skipped a paragraph. Um, he told the outlet that he believed it was no coincidence Kirk was shot during the question about transgender mass shooting, adding that he realized he may be criticized for that. Uh, Chaffetz said that he believed that Kirk was shot at close proximity from the front of the stage. No way. Absolutely no way. Kirk, a conservative firebrand and close ally of President Trump, was no stranger to threats against his life. During an appearance on Bill Maher's Club Random podcast in April, Kirk eerily foreshadowed his demise when he alluded to traveling with security detail, darkly joking, purple hair jihadists and woke guys are want to kill me. Trained snipers, on the other hand, I have too many friends in the not really. A trained shooter can achieve 100 meters with a rifle and good circumstances. Right. But how many Americans are good trained shooters? I want you to think of the most common weapon used in school shootings. And if you were to say an AK-47 or an AR-15, you'd be pretty correct. Okay? Pistol and shotgun are up there too. Not many Americans, especially in the younger generation, are accustomed to firing long-range weaponry with that much precision. Even if the guy was aiming for the chest, you know, I uh I don't think I've ever seen an American take that shot before. At least not in military. Um Police in Orem, is that how you say that? Orem, Ohio, where the university is located, could not provide further details, but promised to keep the post updated as more details emerge. President Trump addressed the attack on Truth Social post in writing, "We must all pray for Charlie Kirk, who has been shot. A great guy from top to bottom. God bless him." In his own post on X, Vice President J.D. Vance offered a prayer to Kirk alongside a photo of the two men together, along with Donald Trump, a political aide, Andy Sherbanian, said, "Dear God, protect Charlie Kirk in his darkest hour." Democrat and Republican lawmakers flocked to social media to wish Charlie Kirk well. Please join me. Oh my God. I can't take politicians seriously when they shorten please to PLS. Please like there's not a whole lot of like character limits on Twitter anymore. Like please join me in prayers for Charlie Kirk, said Chuck Grassley on a post on X. Marjorie Taylor Greene wrote in her own post that Charlie Kirk has been shot. Pray for him. California Governor Newsom fiercely slammed the incident in his own post, saying the attack on Charlie Kirk is disgusting, vile, and reprehensible. In the United States, we must reject all political violence in every form. We have shooting clubs, only way to own guns here in Germany, and if you're trained since you were a kid, then 200 meters is a range of possibilities. We don't have that here. Most people who hunt either hunt because they have to or hunt for trophy here. There's very few in between anymore that hunt for like sport. Like there aren't as many like gun hunting clubs or I guess like shooting clubs or hunting clubs. Like hunting clubs are barely a thing anymore. And like I've seen some people make some pretty good shots, but here, especially cuz like kids aren't trained in guns here. Like you don't receive any kind of knowledge on guns unless your parent happened to be a hunter or in the military or a police officer. And even then, you might not have ever put your hands or taken apart or re-put together a gun, let alone fired it. Just because we have a lot of guns here definitely doesn't mean we know how to use them. Our gun laws are extremely tight. You need a license and training to be a hunter. You need a hunter to be a license, but it's more for the grounds, the poaching area. Like it's more for can I get this creature than less having a gun. And there is no specialized training. Just go out on your own. And sometimes you don't even need sometimes people don't get permit. But we're gonna let Philip take it over so I can attempt to drink some of my tea without burning my tongue.
Today's show is completely done. I was actually about to upload very, very early, and then this news broke, and it felt weird to not include it. And it's the news that conservative commentator Charlie Kirk was just shot in the neck while speaking at Utah Valley University today. There is footage of what happened. I am not going to show it. There was a further one. There is a much closer video that is just horrifying to look at. It looks like he was shot in the neck.
I'm still waiting on those messages, Dorothy.
According to local news outlets, the school sent out a message to students saying a single shot was fired on campus toward a visiting speaker. Police are investigating now, suspect in custody. So as I'm adding this, you have the New York Times saying that the police have determined that the person who was taken into custody after the shooting was not actually the shooter, according to Scott
Not licensed, no guns. Rifles are only used by hunters. Others use normal guns. Semi and automatic rifles are not allowed outside of the military. I'm jealous of your gun laws.
Trotter, a university spokesperson. Right now, Kirk's condition has been described as unclear, unknown, but it looks bad. And obviously, we're going to be talking.
As of right now, he is confirmed dead. I can't find the press conference that Trump was supposed to be doing. That I want.
Talking about this tomorrow. We'll hopefully know a lot more then. Let me just be clear. This is horrific, disgusting, wrong, and no matter my differences of opinion or politics, I denounce political violence. And I'm sending my thoughts, wishes, and prayers to Charlie and his family.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris just broke her silence and went after Biden, his team, and what she called his recklessness. Andrew Cuomo is trying to spark a Hassan Piker, Zoran Mamdani 9/11 scandal moments before the anniversary. And Poland just invoked Article 4 after NATO had to shoot down Russian drones over the country. We're talking about all of that and actually even more on today's brand new Philip DeFranco show. You daily dive into the news, starting with this. You now have Andrew Cuomo trying to use Hassan Piker against Zoran Mamdani. And this is just some of the latest, of course, in what's been a wild roller coaster ride of a New York City mayoral race. But yesterday you had Cuomo accepting an endorsement from
I didn't
a
realize
9/11
he was
first
just going
responder.
to jump into all the other news like that. I thought he was going to talk more on the Charlie Kirk. I understand it was breaking news when he was about to go live. Believe me, I love our gun laws. Switzerland is a little bit weird. Their gun laws are equally strict, but their difference in military service, you will find military rifles in private households, at least if you are still in the military. Oh, okay. I'm sure they keep them under lock and key.
And again, Charlie Kirk has died after being shot at Utah Valley University. You heard John mention there that he welcomed debate, wanted to engage on college campuses, was known for his conservative views, though he welcomed people from the other side of the aisle and tried to engage with them, engaging in debate, heated debate at times, and in fact, as
Yes, we need two different safes, one for the weapon and one for the ammunition. Oh, holy crap. You don't even do that here. I don't think gun safes are anything here. Usually people just have them for personal preference.
John mentions, it was during one of those questions, one of those debate-like moments that this horrible event played out in Utah today. Let's get the latest on the suspect, because for a time, school officials had said a suspect was in custody, but
And they aren't allowed in the same. See, my American brain goes, then how will you protect yourself? And I'm like, you guys don't have the same problems. Like, have them for hunting and feeding your family or for like shooting clubs. We have them to kill each other, obviously.
Police at this hour say the suspect is still at large.
Oh, that's it? That was like 2 seconds long.
We are hearing from President Trump. He is on his
Hi, Bitter. Welcome in.
Truth Social platform saying that Charlie Kirk has passed away. So again, I'm going to read to you what the president said. The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. Melania and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife, Erica.
You can have a small safe for ammunition in your bedroom, but your weapon safe needs a cellar or garage without the possibility of outsiders to reach it. Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Like, somebody's more likely to turn your weapon against you. Like, I don't know what the statistic is, but it's like ridiculously high for like people who hurt themselves with their own weapon or like people who shoot themselves with their own gun. Self-inflicted wounds.
Erica and family. Charlie, we love you. So again, President Trump telling us at this hour that Charlie Kirk has died. Kirk was shot at an event at Utah Valley University earlier today, shortly after noon, according to the university. There was a single shot that rang out. He was shot in the neck, and now the President of the United States, someone that Charlie Kirk was close to, is reporting that he has died. I want to bring in Kristen Holmes. She is live for us at the White House. Again, Kristen, we're of course mourning Charlie Kirk. This is a man who, he was 31 years old. He had two very small children, 3 and 1 ages, I believe. He is someone who was very close to the President of the United States, close to the Trump family, someone who played a critical role if you talk to people around the president, in the president winning his second.
I keep sitting here seeing him and I'm just like, the way that bullet hit his body and like the way, like, you know how like in movies sometimes like they like reach for their neck and start to like grab or like whatever. His body had like the recoil, like the flinch, and like his hands kind of went like this, almost like a jerk reaction, or I don't know. And then he just, well, I guess it was more like, and then he just went, and like, I don't know, that would have been
term.
impossible.
What are you
almost
hearing
impossible
from
to
those close to
survive.
us? We, of course, read the statement that just came through from President Trump.
It's a very somber mood here. People are very
Like already pale too, like even before he hit the ground.
upset. It's not just at the White House, it's really among Republicans as a whole. The Republican Party has
Checking
become
Twitter
the party
for
of
more
Trump,
news.
the MAGA movement, and Charlie Kirk was really
I don't want to put Twitter on the screen because I feel like as soon as I do, it's just going to be nothing but like porn and Charlie Kirk getting, you know, getting got. No, Hassan and Charlie Kirk were supposed to debate in 2 weeks, and one of his mods just posted, does a certain political streamer wins the debate? I'm genuinely asking. Before I knew that this news was confirmed, when I heard it was just gunshots ring out at school campus where Charlie Kirk is speaking, like that was the first news article I heard, and my first thought was, well, he's got to get out of the debate somehow. Now I'm like, wow, I'm an asshole. I really should keep my mouth shut. Oh, there's another angle from the direction the bullet. Oh, God, I don't know if I can watch that. Oh, God. It's one thing when you see it go in from the front. It's another when you see the entrance and exit wound. Oh my god, did anybody even go to see if he was okay? I cannot show this. Oh! I'm good. Jesus Christ. That is somebody who is like the person who posted this video. I can't believe they posted it. Although what they said was they were giving more context to the moment too. They said Charlie Kirk was taunting trans people and having a lighthearted conversation about mass shootings literally seconds before he was shot in the neck. The irony is incredible. Violence is never the answer. He ages you. Yeah. To me, he just looks like somebody. Never mind. My mouth shut. I don't see any press com. I think since he is dead, it's different than showing it versus if he was still in surgery or in critical condition. I know I personally can't show it because I would get like banned into oblivion on every website. Um Holy crap. I mean, he said some like pretty horrific shit, but that doesn't justify someone shooting. I posted something in Discord. Bospo has it, which is owned by yeah, I know, but it's like the site's terms and you're not allowed to show blood or gun violence unless it's like in a video game. Like no gore, nothing, no extreme things like that. Just silly and arbitrary. Yeah, I know. It's slowly killing. Well, I mean, look at. I was gonna say, look at Kick. I'm just weapon. Apparently has not been recovered. Also, neither is the suspect. I'm gonna keep my Twitter open and like refresh it every now and then to see like what else, like if there's any news updates.
Really at the heart of all of that. He is credited with a huge portion of Trump's win in 2024. He was on the ground. He created an entire system to get young voters out and excited and enthusiastic about Trump. And it's not just as though he was some kind of outside influencer. He was very close to the president himself. I know specific examples of times that the two of them went back and forth over various issues. When Charlie thought something was important to the MAGA base, he brought it to the president's attention. There are some people who believe that Charlie had his finger on the pulse of Trump's base more than even some of his own cabinet officials. He had a huge following and, again, was so close to the family, to President Trump himself. And one of the things, I continue to bring up is the fact that there was a lot of conversation during the transition as to potentially making Charlie Kirk part of the administration. But the ultimate decision was that he was more influential, had more.
Can I tell you guys something that doesn't matter at all? I spent the last 2 days making this entire overlay, and I was like, wow, I'm really happy with it. That looks really cute. I'm so glad I spent all this time on it. And I'm looking at these clouds in the corner, and I'm like, I hate it. This is the worst thing ever. This is taking up too much of the screen. Doesn't look good. So just ignore me right now.
More power outside of being in a government position. He had been in Washington a number of times. He had been here with his family. He went to swearing-ins of numerous officials because he was so close to those officials. He had direct lines to almost, if not all, cabinet secretaries. I can tell you a number of them spoke to him personally. He was incredibly powerful and influential within this administration, and it feels from those that I'm talking to as though they've lost a member of their team. It is really critical to point out here just how important he was to the election, but also to President Trump. I had one person tell me that Trump considered him to be like family, and that's likely why you're seeing Trump as the one who is announcing his passing, not his family. All of this was done in conjunction. They've been in constant touch with the family, with Charlie's team, getting updates.
Was Charlie the one when Trump was talking about the Epstein files? And Trump was like, we're done talking about the Epstein files. Was Charlie the one that was like, I trust my friends in the government? Was that him or was that Tim Pool? It doesn't, I'm just thinking it. I'm not like, this is the connection.
It's trying to figure out what exactly happened on the ground. Now, no indication, no word if President Trump is actually going to also make a statement other than this Truth Social post. I know that they are in touch still with everyone close to Charlie's family. With his team at Turning Point, with the team around him, just trying to make sense of what happened. But I will tell you, I talked to, again, a number of officials within the administration who are close to President Trump who just can't wrap their head around what happened earlier today.
Of course they can't. Kristen Holmes, stand by for us as we continue to cover this story. I want to bring back our Scott Jennings. Scott, first of all, I'm sorry for your loss. I know this is somebody that you knew. What are your reflections on his life, his legacy in this moment?
Well, Charlie was one of the most unique and special people in the conservative movement today. What he was able to build, the people he was able to organize, was just so large and powerful. He was able to convince people to get involved in politics that might not have otherwise done so. And you look at what he did on these campuses and in these public events, thousands of people were showing up, not for a rock concert, not for a sporting event, but for American politics. He inspired all these kids to be involved in their country. This is unequivocally a good legacy. He was also a godly person. He spoke about his faith openly. He was unapologetic about his views. I think what's been said about Charlie having his hand on the finger on the pulse of the MAGA base is true. But what's also true is that he was enormously influential in that when an issue was emerging, when something was happening and people were sorting out their own views on it, how should I feel about this? Charlie was one of the first people they turned to see where's Charlie going to be on this issue, and how's he processing it, how's he analyzing it, and how does he think the young conservative should view whatever the issue happened to be. So it wasn't that he was just reflecting people, he was leading people, he was influencing people. When he did something, when he said something, when he took a stand on an issue, you can bet that people would move. And so what he did to organize these young kids, to bring conservative values and views into public spaces that aren't normally thought of as places where conservatives would gather was enormously courageous. It took a lot of damn guts to do it. And we'll never forget Charlie for being that next generation of conservative leader, rallying people when you might not have thought it was cool to do so, but he did it anyway. And he made it cool. And he made it, honestly, Charlie Kirk was a destination for a lot of young conservatives, and
Well,
we're going to miss him.
Scott, I mean, one thing, it's worth just noting how young he was. I mean, he started this organization back in 2012. He was 18 years old.
Yeah.
He's 31 today. I mean, even, I think the Trump people at the beginning sort of raised an eyebrow. They thought, this kid, like, what does he know?
Yeah.
And he showed them all that he actually had what you are talking about. He had something.
He did. He had a charisma, and he had an ability to make politics engaging for that audience. You know, he took something that some young people might find to be boring or out of reach, and he made it relevant and interesting for them. And once he had them, and once they were involved, he had then this ability to motivate them to do something with that. If you've ever been to one of these Turning Point USA rallies, I went to the one in Tampa just a few weeks ago, and I was honored. He invited me to speak there. It was the first time I had done so. And it's just arena full of young people. Some are in college, some are in high school, you know, some are just young adults. And their enthusiasm and zeal for the future of our country and how you change it for the better, and how they arrived at that was so inspiring. The way they arrived at it was because they were inspired by someone who knew how to use his voice, knew how to engage in debate and political rhetoric.
Fishing closed because it bugged out my computer. Try it again. I'm getting so irritated. Oh, I cracked my hips. Chicken wings for dinner. Okay, now you should be. No, now I can't even. Bro, really? Ish. It always happens. Like, for some reason, my stream deck will be like, okay, we're gonna work. And then all of a sudden I'll want to fish. And it's like, nah, this is the time that we're not gonna work. Chatbot. Fish. Yeah, there we go.
What he was doing was the opposite of what's happened to Charlie. You know, what's happened to him is violent, but he was using his work.
Look, I know the guy wasn't liked by many and I didn't agree anything he said, but he made an attempt to reach out to young people. I hate that now we resort to violence on both sides of the aisle to get a point across anymore. You know, I agree. I think this is awful. I don't like the precedent that it sends. I could disagree with your opinions. I still don't want you to die.
Words and his speech, which is our first protected freedom in this country. And so we're going to miss Charlie, and we pray.
Also, right-wing violence has been a lot more deadlier. And we still don't know anything about the shooter. Yes, that's correct. The shooter. Oh no, wait. Let me refresh my timeline. As far as like 44 minutes ago. There has not been an update on if they have caught the shooter. Yeah, no, the old guy that they apprehended was not there. We don't know if it was politically motivated. And by politically motivated, I don't know if the guy was a registered Dem or a registered Republican or a registered Independent. I don't know if the guy, or I don't know if the person, we don't know if it's a guy. We don't know anything. We know zero things. The old man that was arrested was released. Republicans in Utah passed a law allowing guns on college campuses. Charlie got shot at one of those campuses. And he got shot while talking about transgender people committing mass shootings. Oh, all kinds of buttons. I'm still scrolling to see if there's been. I should probably just
For
go
his
to
wife
tags.
and his babies. He leaves behind a young family. You know, people like this who exist in the public sphere, we know them as public actors, and we see them in front of crowds, and we see them on TV, and we hear them on the radio. But they go home at night too, and they open a front door, and they hug a wife, and they hug children, and they put them down, and they oversee the toothbrushing and everything just like the rest of us. And so there's that side of them that we don't often think about, but Charlie was doing that too. So I just think in moments like this, it's easy to analyze the politics, but there was Charlie the husband and Charlie the father, and he'll be missed forever.
No, we don't want to listen to lore right now, YouTube. Stop.
Vaughn, let me interrupt you, Vaughn, but please stay on the line. Donald Trump has just posted on his social media platform, Truth Social, the following, quote, "The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. Melania and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife, Erica, and family. Charlie, we love you." Again, Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, just posting on his social media platform news that Charlie Kirk, conservative activist, has died in today's shooting. Vaughn Hilliard, your reaction?
This is not a good moment for us as America, for our engagement and our ability to have very difficult discussions. This is somebody who was a father, a husband, somebody who I think that we must note at this moment in time, Nicole, was there today on a college campus inviting people to take a microphone and debate him. And this is somebody who welcomed, you could call it an exchange of thoughts, you can call it a debate, you can call it what you want, but this is somebody.
This is absolutely ridiculous. I am scrolling. I am 1 minute into the timeline, And it's a picture that says first pictures of shooting of Charlie Kirk, and it's a picture of Barack Obama holding a pistol. I just want to know where the outrage from the right was when 2 Democratic state senators in Minnesota were shot. Kirk, both the right and the left called it out, but with them, it's crickets from the right. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's unfair. It's also like what's interesting is that this is also a school shooting. This isn't just an assassination attempt. This happened on a school campus. This is something that could have been prevented if common sense gun laws were put in place. You know, gun laws similar to Germany. That sounds pretty base what they got going over there.
Who took a microphone today and was shot while on a college campus engaging in the First Amendment right to be able to speak
Yes,
freely.
as of 1 minute ago, according to multiple sources of various Twitters, the assassin is still at large.
And he was targeted. And this comes a year after Donald Trump was targeted and nearly killed. This comes a month after Melissa Hortman was assassinated in Minnesota. This is...
Trump tweeted out to announce Charlie's passing. He said, "The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. Melania and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife Erica and family. Charlie, we love you." Oh no. Sorry. Some people are already dropping some pretty fire memes. One was so fire when I screenshot it, my phone broke and I had to turn it off for like 5 minutes. I will be saving these for when it's the appropriate length. It's usually, I think it's like 21 years is like the rule of the internet, because like everybody was kind of holding off on the 9/11 jokes for, it took a while, but they started to become more prevalent, you know, in like 2020. Oof. And this sets a bad precedent for everything. I mean, I don't know how I want to say this, so I'm just gonna sit on my words for a moment.
Let's bring in another eyewitness. Joining us now, reporter for the Deseret News, Eva Terry. She was at the event and saw the shooting. Eva, what happened?
They've also not recovered the rifle yet. Assumed distance is football fields, 200 yards or 183 meters.
Hi. So we were about 3 or 4 rows back. I was there with another reporter from the Deseret News, Emma Pitts. And the question had just come up about how many transgender shooters there had been. And they went back and forth. Charlie Kirk answered once. The student asking a question, he asked something else, and Charlie went to pick up the microphone to answer, and it looked like he was shot in on the left side of his neck. There was a lot of blood, and he went limp, and he started to fall backwards.
And did you see him? What happened in that immediate moment? He fell backwards. What happened then?
So a lot of the people, because we had been there early since around 9 a.m. We were interviewing lots of people just about the atmosphere. And the audience initially thought it was a firecracker. It was really light sound, and so then something was obviously wrong. Everyone dropped to the ground.
Light sound. There is a pretty good pop in there, but I wonder if there was some kind of like muffler, like not like a full silencer, but just
And then we ran off, cowered there for about probably 30-40 seconds. Saw the coast was, well, I don't know if we definitely did not think it was clear, but we ran off to get shelter in another part of the building. We hid under a desk.
Or when Kathy Giffords got shot in the head. Nah, that shot was loud AF. I don't know, the way the pop reverberated, like it wasn't as echoey as I would expect for a campus like that, if that makes sense. I don't want to put the video on.
Just contacted our editors.
The university says somebody's in custody. Did you see that person?
So from the people we had talked to earlier, we found them again afterwards, and they had gotten video of the police taking off this man who looked like he was in his probably late 60s, an older man wearing a uniform, and that's who they took into custody, but we're not sure if he was the person who was shot. I don't think that's confirmed yet.
There's a lot of police activity behind you, a lot of uniformed officers, a lot of people in a military uniform as well. What is happening there on campus right now?
I think they've evacuated all of the students. I talked to another student he was in biology class, and everyone was forced to leave. So they've taken pretty much everyone out. There's a lot. I don't know if you can see all.
Yeah, I'm fuzzy on the names. I know she survived. Yeah, she's the wife of the astronaut. That's the one of the current members of Congress. They both work, which was wild. Yeah, she did survive. I remember when that happened. Oh, I totally missed, like, okay. If you mean Gabby Giffords, the country was far more unified when that happened. Both sides did call that out. Yeah, I would agree. It was universally condemned because I remember seeing it condemned on various news stations. But the problem is it didn't cause any change. And if the government had stepped in to do something, then we wouldn't be
I
here.
drink and I know things.
@blue_pal would like you to drink something.
Hi, Blue. I'm out of water. I have a little tea. Get more water when I get inside to get my dinner.
All of the stuff going on behind me. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, I do see that. So campus has been evacuated. After it happened, how quickly did people realize that they didn't witness a firecracker? They witnessed a shooting.
The people I had talked to, the students I had talked to afterwards, thought that it had been a firecracker. But everyone dropped. Everyone knew something was wrong immediately because.
When will you
learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
Time the Cake would like to time out Blue.
I'm the cake. Bye, Blue. Wild. Oh, YouTube's gonna love that.
You look up and Charlie Kirk is gone. He's fallen.
How are the students doing now?
We saw people crying. It's really shaken a lot of people up because a lot of the girls we had talked to before and guys were freshmen, underclassmen, and they were just there really excited to see
Refreshing the
Paso that they
timeline.
really liked. But people are scared.
Not walk and do this interview.
Do you think it's going to change habits? Do people feel like they're going to be able to go to events like this openly in the future?
I'm sure UV will have a lot more security going forward to events. Metal detectors, maybe.
We got word that Charlie was there with one of his children. Did you see if that was the case?
His child was not on the stand with him.
Okay, I have to let you guys know where this right now. Blue Anon is already popping off, saying that people key figures running away, that this is all tactical, that this was a hit. Do not run with theories. Wait for 3 sources, okay? I know people like to shit on Aaron Sorkin and the newsroom, okay? For some of us, that was our political awakening, and because of those steps, we were able to make better progress. But always have 3 sources. I don't see anybody running. I see shadows in the window you're looking out of. I hate blue.
Bring him up or introduce that he was there. So I didn't see him. Yeah, he wasn't broadcasted.
Let's hope he wasn't there. Eva, thank you so much for joining us. I'm sorry you had to witness that. I know you're a reporter, but nobody should have to witness something like that themselves. It is just a horrible thing.
No, thank you. Thank you for your words.
Thank you, Eva. Thank you for joining us. Stay safe.
Look, and I know all of the awful shit he's said and done, okay? People are already on Twitter like, look how shitty this person is. It's like, we know, okay? But it's time to reflect on the larger issue. Stop, like, talking about how bad somebody is or how good somebody is or anything like that. Like, just...
As we continue following this breaking news at 5 o'clock,
acknowledge that it's bad.
Activist Charlie Kirk has
And that we
died
should
after being
change.
shot, and the shooter is still not in custody.
You are using Blue Sky. I can't tell you the last time I was on there. It was so far left that I had a really hard time staying sane on there. I did too. No, I have popped out of Blue Sky. It became... That's what I call, like, Blue Anon, right? Blue Anon is, like... They're, like, a different form of leftist, right? Like, people like me, people like, you know, like Hassan, people like Hobby, people like Caroline Kwan and... you know, a couple other people, Denims. We believe that healthcare is a human right. I'm happy to pay more in taxes if it means I get free healthcare and other benefits from the government. I think workers should own their means of production. I believe all kids deserve free food. I believe that you know, long parental time with your kids after they're born is great. And, like, those are the things that I believe. But some of those lefties I wouldn't even call them lefties. I just call them, like, Blue Anon. Like, they start conspiracy theorying and they, like, start fighting with every other type of, like, they're purity testing everybody. And it's like, bro, like, at some point, like, you have to learn that everybody's redeemable and you gotta just shut up and let them explain themselves and try to figure out a way to, like, fix themselves, you know? I don't know. I just feel like everybody's so quick to hate over there, and I couldn't take it anymore. I think it was like probably around like March. Like, I don't know, a while ago.
We know Kirk was speaking at an outdoor event at Utah Valley University, where he was invited by a student group.
And video shows
violence. Great.
Yeah, video shows the moment the shot rang out. Eyewitnesses describe seeing blood pouring
I
from
thought
his
they were
neck
gonna
and
play
people
it.
screaming, running for their lives.
Everyone immediately started screaming. The security guard next to Charlie grabbed him, pulled him down. They ran back. People started fleeing.
Kirk, a polarizing political figure, and his visit had been controversial. A petition had been circulating online asking for the university to stop him from speaking. But this was the first stop on a 14-city American comeback tour.
President Trump posting moments ago, sending his sympathies to his family and saying he admires.
All right, I heard people clapping outside. Now is not the time. Oh, crap. That's the video I want. So if the guy was like 2 football fields away,
I want to bring back into the...
if the person who did the shooting, if the assassin, I find these words, if the assassin was 2 football fields away, with the shot, noticing confirmed kill, dropping a weapon and going, like, he was they were most likely able to do that before the crowd even got up and realized what was going on. This is going to be hard.
The conversation, my friend and colleague, senior MSNBC White House correspondent Von Hilliard.
I swear to God, if Blue Anon starts saying that like Trump assassinated Charlie Kirk to keep his mouth shut about the Epstein files, I'm going to lose. I'm going to run in and get some water. I'm going to keep playing. I'll be right back. Yes, you guys can fish. It should work. It does. All right, I'll be right back. Oh, I didn't mean to fish.
Von Hilliard, because I know you, I know that while you were quickly making your way to a camera, you were also doing reporting. Just tell us what you're learning.
I know that at this point, Nicole, I think the Washington, D.C. has effectively come to a halt. This is a moment where Charlie Kirk is somebody who had ingratiated himself across not just this White House and this administration, but up on Capitol Hill and in state races around the country. For anybody that is in and around MAGA politics, which is effectively today's Republican Party, you will have come across Charlie Kirk. This is somebody who, for the last decade and plus, he started his organization, Turning Point USA, back in 2012. It really kind of became a bigger organization back in 2016 when it latched on to the then insurgent Trump campaign, and it ultimately led to what it is today. This is a 31-year-old who is now deceased and been killed. Charlie Kirk is somebody who had struck up close relationships and friendships with people that in the White House. And of course, the President of the United States, J.D. Vance, was somebody who was also a close friend. Charlie Kirk was there traveling with him day to day in the final days of his primary campaign back in May of 2022. He had struck up a close friendship with Don Jr. He had struck up a close friendship with other key officials inside of this White House. And so in many ways, while he didn't work directly in the government, he was somebody who had pushed the Republican Party into making a MAGA future beyond even Donald Trump. Somebody who back in 2023, early 2023, I was in California at an RNC meeting, and he was the one that was trying to rally for the ouster of Ronna McDaniel as RNC chair. Somebody who effectively was trying to push this next generation to ensure that the party stuck to its MAGA accords. And again, I come back to the friendship part of this here, because when we're talking about our politics, Nicole, and in conversations that I've had over the years about Charlie Kirk, he is somebody who is eager to engage with people and debate them, and that is what he was doing on that university campus here today, welcoming people to a microphone to go toe-to-toe with him. And I think that this is not a conversation about the actual words, but it's about the mere presence of the words and the ability of Charlie Kirk to have a podcast, to have a place on television airwaves, and to go and onto college campuses and engage in that way. That is what we are talking about here today, and that was taken from this from the country. And I don't know what these days ahead look like. I was on a plane with Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, and Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. They went on a quick day trip to Chicago for an event, and both of these individuals had struck up relationships with him in previous years. The Attorney General considered him a close friend, and so in many ways, this is a human story of loss of somebody that people in our politics considered to be a close friend. And also, I think when we're talking about the politics of what Charlie Kirk represented, he was somebody in the Republican Party that tried to lift up youth conservative voices and tried to position that as the future. And so this is one where I think that in the days ahead, we will see a very quiet White House, and especially up even on Capitol Hill, Republican lawmakers came to know Charlie Kirk. And so in a lot of ways, I think we've compared Steve Bannon to a Rush Limbaugh figure because Charlie Kirk was more of an activist type. I don't know if that's the right comparison, but Charlie Kirk, if anybody was running or worked in Republican politics over the last several years, they will have worked with or had befriended Charlie Kirk along the way.
Let me ask you, Vaughn, about the statements that I think came in while you were making your way to a camera for us. Former President Joe Biden and former Vice President and Democratic nominee Kamala Harris both strongly condemning this act of political violence that took the life of Charlie Kirk. He obviously advocated for some of the most sort of extreme policies and characteristics, both substantively and temperamentally, inside the MAGA movement. But it seems significant and important that the last two standard bearers to the Democratic Party are among the first people, along with California Governor Gavin Newsom, to condemn this act as vile and disgusting. And I don't want to play a game of looking back for the timestamp.
I'm back. It's chicken wings. Homemade sweet potato fries, homemade chicken wings, homemade blue cheese dressing, celery and carrot stick. Night. I'm so excited.
Stamp on when the condemnations came in for the attack against Paul Pelosi. I believe they were not quite as clear,
Rolling.
not quite as quick, but this does
Here,
feel
see if
like
I can get
moment,
a little close. Oh, and the hot wings have homemade barbecue or buffalo sauce on them. So everything is homemade from scratch.
where people recognize this is unsustainable. The assassination earlier this summer of a Democratic leader in the state of Minnesota, the shooting of another, the two attempts on Donald Trump's life, the hammer assault against Paul Pelosi. Is there any sense among your sources and the people you're talking to that this is some sort of breaking point or tipping point in terms of coming out publicly and condemning political violence in all forms?
Lou, you are allowed to talk again in case you're not looking at the screen.
Against all victims.
I think it's too early for that, Nicole. I would hope so. I think objectively, as a journalist and as an American, I think that I can say that. But I think that at the same time, right, another one was the conspiracy to kidnap Gretchen Whitmer back in 2020.
The blue cheese is so
this
thick.
is a moment where I think you're looking at what is a grotesque action taken in an effort to silence political discourse. And as you noted, there is a substantive conversation to be had about what the discourse here in this country looks like. But
I'm just here playing Breath of the Wild, working on getting a horse as side quest. I knew you weren't looking at the screen.
the mere fact that discourse can exist in this country, I think, is imperative. You mentioned Gavin Newsom, the California governor. He received some pushback and from Democrats. He started a podcast and had Charlie Kirk on his podcast, and the two men went back and forth. And there was an argument over whether Gavin Newsom was elevating the voice of Charlie Kirk and whether that was helpful to the Democratic Party and their efforts. And there was pushback that Gavin Newsom made that it is that type of discourse.
Also, the video of Charlie was just wild. Yeah. There is a side video now. Apparently, there's also a third video. I've only seen the one from the side and the one from the front, both close up and far away. But that blood was purple. That blood was so purple when that came out. For those who don't know, your blood is like a blue color on the inside. When it's exposed to air, that's when it turns red. The more blue-purple blood is, the deeper the artery that's hit. You have a couple major arteries in your body. The main you should protect are your jugular, your inner thigh, like at this area. The other places I don't remember. It's bad. I would never wish this on my worst enemy.
with somebody who has a mass following, like Charlie Kirk, somebody who, whether you like it or not, had built an organization at the age of 31 that amassed hundreds of millions of dollars, and it effectively built a political machine that was very influential in American politics. And Gavin Newsom defended the decision to have him on his podcast so the two could debate the substance of those very issues. In many ways, we have seen, voices like his leave, just the television platform space, but podcast space. And in many ways, I think that we are in this moment of watching political violence take the lives of too many, and also a reckoning with how and what discourse is allowed to look like, because there are those that are seeking to put a stop to it. People that take the life of Charlie Kirk, people that take the life of Melissa Hortman, people that go and shoot the likes of Gabby Giffords, people that go and beat Paul Pelosi. This is a moment where I think that the country really must have a deep look at it.
It wasn't just that he's political too. Like, it was at a school. Like, this was something that could have been prevented.
And as a journalist, it is hard not to look at our politics and go to these events and celebrate the fact that we have the ability to cover political campaign events today. And I fear that the direction of where we go in the days and the weeks and the years ahead, that somehow as a consequence of today's killing and those political violence acts before, will ultimately limit this country's ability to engage and for people to go out readily to protest, to celebrate, and to campaign. As a journalist, that is something that we cover on a day-to-day basis. We go and talk to people about their opinions and try to convince them to share them on camera. And the worst thing that could happen is that that is limited.
I was
but
waiting for
today's
that. Can you
action
send the link?
undoubtedly only diminishes this country's ability to freely engage in free speech here ahead.
Been waiting for that. I heard there was going to be one. Oh, here we are. MSNBC?
We do still have an active investigation for this. This was a targeted attack towards one individual. This is a tragic moment. Shortly after the shooting, we did have a suspect in custody, George Zinn, but he was released from custody after we identified that he did not match the shooting suspect and was not an accurate person of interest. However, he has been booked into the county jail by Utah Valley University Police Department for obstruction of justice. We do still have an active investigation for the person of interest. This incident occurred with a large crowd around. There was one shot fired and one victim. While the suspect is at large, we believe this was a targeted attack towards one individual. This is a tragic moment in our state and in our country. As we heal, we encourage everyone who is struggling with news of the incident to call 988, our state mental health crisis line. In addition to that, our partners with the FBI will also be discussing other ways we can communicate through the public for tips and other information. Thank you.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the FBI, we extend our sincerest condolences to the family and friends of Charlie Kirk. Our thoughts are also with the people who witnessed this traumatic event. We know that what you experienced was very difficult. Our thoughts are with you as well. As soon as we heard about the shooting, special agents and personnel from the Salt Lake field office responded immediately. We have full resources devoted to this investigation, including tactical, operational, investigative, and intelligence. To be clear, the FBI will fully support and co-lead this investigation alongside with our partners. We are working on setting up a digital media tip line, and as soon as it's established, we'll get that information out to everyone. I know there's a lot of questions. This is very much an active case, and this investigation is in its early stages. We are following all the leads and all the evidence. If anyone has any information, please report it to the FBI or local law enforcement. Thank you. On behalf of President Tumenez, who we've been communicating with, and she's on her way back right now, I say that on behalf of Utah Valley University, we are shocked and saddened by the tragic passing of Charlie Kirk. We express our sincere condolences to the Kirk family. We grieve with our students, faculty, and staff who bore witness to this unspeakable tragedy. He was invited by the student group Turning Point USA to speak on our campus. We firmly believe that UVU is a place to share ideas and to debate openly and respectfully. Any attempt to infringe on those rights has no place here. We do not condone any form of violence at UVU and seek to make our campus a safe place for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this dark and tragic occasion. I want to thank our law enforcement officers who are leading this investigation, starting with Chief Long and his response here with the UVU Police Department. We're grateful for your leadership and your team. And again, to the speakers that you've just heard from who are co-leading this investigation. I also want to recognize Sheriff Mike Smith, who has been an invaluable partner as this investigation moves forward. I've been in touch with President Trump, with FBI Director Kash Patel. We are completely aligned with our state and federal partners as we work through this case. Now, this is a dark day for our state. It's a tragic day for our nation. And I want to be very clear that this is a political assassination. We are celebrating 250 years of the founding of this great nation. That founding document, the Declaration of Independence, that this great experiment on which we embarked together 250 years ago, that we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. The first one of those is life. And today, a life was taken. Charlie Kirk was first and foremost a husband and a dad to two young children. He was also very much politically involved, and that's why he was here on campus. Charlie believed in the power of free speech and debate to shape ideas and to persuade people. Historically, our university campuses in this nation and here in the state of Utah have been the place where truth and ideas are formulated and debated. And that's what he does. He comes on college campuses and he debates. That is foundational to the formation of our country, to our most basic constitutional rights. And when someone takes the life of a person because of their ideas or their ideals, then that very constitutional foundation is threatened. Now, we have a person of interest in custody. The investigation is ongoing. But I want to make it crystal clear right now, to whoever did this, we will find you. We will try you. And we will hold you accountable to the furthest extent of the law. And I just want to remind people that we still have the death penalty here in the state of Utah. Our nation is broken. We've had political assassinations recently in Minnesota. We had an attempted assassination on the governor of Pennsylvania. And we had an attempted assassination on a presidential candidate and former president of the United States, and now current president of the United States. Nothing I say can unite us as a country. Nothing I can say right now can fix what is broken. Nothing I can say can bring back Charlie Kirk. Our hearts are broken. We mourn with his wife, his children, his family, his friends. We mourn as a nation. If anyone in the sound of my voice celebrated even a little bit at the news of this shooting, I would beg you to look in the mirror and to see if you can find a better angel in there somewhere. I don't care what his politics are. I care that he was an American. We desperately need our country. We desperately need leaders in our country. But more than the leaders, we just need every single person in this country to think about where we are and where we want to be. To ask ourselves, is this it? Is this what 250 years has wrought on us? I pray that that's not the case.
Is this live?
I pray that those who hated what Charlie Kirk stood for will put down their social media and their pens and pray for his family, and that all of us will try to find a way to stop hating our fellow Americans. With that, we're happy to take a few questions.
The FBI
Wow,
director
okay.
is posting that a suspect is in.
I just want to say, for someone who moments ago said we still have the death penalty here in Utah, called out multiple political assassination attempts, mass shootings, and on top of that said we need to look where we are as a nation. I think that's pretty based.
Yes,
That's more the
we
conversation
are
we need
actively
to hear.
looking for anyone and
he also called out the lack of leadership.
possible information relating to this shooting.
Can you tell us details about the suspect being taken into custody? Where, how long ago?
We cannot at this point, but we will get you that information when we can.
Is there believed to be a second individual involved in the shooting?
At this point, there is no information that would lead us to believe that there is a second person involved.
Can you guys talk about the possible shooter?
Do you want to talk about what we know there?
Yeah. The only information we have on the suspect, the possible shooter, is taken from closed circuit TV here on campus. We do have that. We're analyzing it, but it is security camera footage, so you can kind of guess what the quality of that is. But we do know dressed in all dark clothing, but we don't have a much better description other than that.
Where do you think the shot came from?
The shot came from here on campus, from a location at a potentially from a roof, yes. A longer distance shot from a roof.
So to clarify, with the security camera footage you have and the person of interest that's in custody, does that match up?
That's what we're trying to decipher right now.
So did FBI or DHS have anything on the threat board this morning?
I can't speak.
I'll just say that the investigation's ongoing, and as soon as we have further information, we will be sure to release it.
Oh, Chad, that's not my
Indications of
camera.
foreign intelligence involvement.
As of now, I can't comment on any of that.
Thank you. Can you talk a little about the security of the event itself? Who was there security-wise, and what happens on these kind of events?
They tightened up that frame real quick.
So my name is Jeff Long. I'm the police chief here at UVU, and I'll tell you right now, we're devastated. We're a small.
If you told me his name wasn't Jeb Law, or his last name wasn't Law, Long. I thought it was Law.
And we're devastated by what happened today. This is the police chief's nightmare. I'm very saddened for the Kirk family. I know his
wife and parents found out about this. Obviously he's away from home. He's here in Utah. They find out by a police officer that visits their home. That's tragic. Nobody wants that. But I can tell you about our venue today. This was an open venue. This was outside. We did have 6 officers working that event. We had probably over 3,000 people that were in attendance. It sat down in kind of a bowl area here on the central campus. We have a waterfall area, and so he was kind of in a lower area, surrounded by buildings. We had some plainclothes police officers that were in the crowd as well. We train for these things, and you think you have things covered, and these things, unfortunately,
you're watching this live press conference from Orem, Utah. Normally, we were on the air with World News Tonight. We will join the broadcast in just a moment. I want to bring you up to speed on what we just learned. There is a person of interest now in custody. They are interviewing this person. It is not the same person that was taken into custody for a short period of time earlier in the day. That person has been cleared. Again, there is a person of interest in custody. They have no intelligence at this point to believe that there was anyone else involved as of yet. They believe that shot was fired from a building on campus, a separate location, a distance away from where Charlie Kirk was. Again, Charlie Kirk shot and killed on that Utah campus this afternoon. Our team is standing by. We'll have much more throughout the evening. And for those of you in the East, World News Tonight starts just moments from now.
You were just listening to David Muir there, who was summarizing what we've learned so far from authorities and leaders throughout the state of Utah. There is a person of interest in custody in the murder of Charlie Kirk. I want to take you back live to this press conference.
He looks like a Tarklov chick from The Five.
So yeah, we were working together. Was this a sharpshooter type shot?
Ladies and gentlemen, those are all the questions that will be answered today. Again, thank you for covering this. We will be updating you as soon as we have additional information through normal channels, working with law enforcement. Again, our deepest condolences to the Kirk family and to the students who were there today. I would just ask everyone everywhere to please pray for their family and to pray for our country. We need it now more than ever. Thank you.
And you just heard there from Governor Spencer Cox, the governor of Utah, as they were updating the media along with several law enforcement entities about the investigation into who murdered Charlie Kirk. What authorities are telling us right now is that they do have a person of interest in custody, that they used closed circuit TV on campus to identify the suspect. They do say this person was dressed in all black. This person is taking questions right now. They have no information at this point that would lead them to believe that there was a second person involved in this. And they again went on to say that the shot took place on campus from a longer distance, possibly a roof. Also standing out to us is the comments from the UVU police chief, who not only said that he and his staff are devastated, he called this a nightmare, but he also talked about the efforts that they had made in terms of security, notable that they had plainclothes officers that were in the crowd as well. The governor spoke momentarily. He called it a dark day for the state, a tragic day for our nation. And he also made a point to remind anyone watching that they actually do have the death penalty there in Utah. They have also created a digital media tip line because this investigation is ongoing right now. I want to bring back in our Washington, D.C. Bureau Managing Editor, Catherine Falders. And so, Catherine, right before this press conference took place, we heard on social media from the FBI Director Kash Patel that they had someone in custody. Yet again, another bit of back and forth here on how this investigation was going, because there's a lot of entities involved here. But we did again hear confirmation from the governor that they do have a person of interest in custody. But Catherine, they are still looking for anyone potentially involved, although they don't think that there was a second person involved. And it's notable that a reporter asked Catherine, when you look at that closed circuit TV, which...
Okay, apparently Charlie Kirk's family was there during the rally. So unfortunately, they did witness their father getting shot. That's horrific. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I don't care how evil you are.
This person as they indicated, but I just want to make clear that this is a person of interest that they have in custody right now, according to the governor. And that really is all that they could say at this point, other than what you have said, of course, about identifying this person of interest on that closed circuit television system. They made very clear this is a very active investigation. This is an ongoing investigation. There is still a lot to learn, as obviously you and I could just glean from listening and observing that press conference. So we do know that, again, this is unfolding in real time. We know there's a person of interest in custody. We need to hear more about that, how that interview is unfolding. Obviously, there was some confusion in the beginning, as you note, but students, of course, have been told that they don't need to shelter in place, indicating that it appears.
Did they show it?
It is safe for them there.
Wait, did they show it?
So
I was
still
looking up
much
the
more to learn
timeline.
about this person who they're questioning and whether or not their investigation leads them to question anybody else, whether person of interest or not. As you mentioned, they don't believe there's a second person here, but we do need to learn more about that person and who they're questioning, where they were. We heard a little bit about how they believe that this was a long-range shot here, that there was one shot and that it was targeted and that it was likely from a roof. We heard the public safety commissioner, I believe, is the one who relayed that information. So still much more to learn. You saw them obviously scurry away there to go back to work and investigate. There's a lot of law enforcement partners on the ground there. So they will continue to do that, and I'm sure we will hear from them again at some point soon.
Certainly, and it's interesting, Catherine, as we mentioned here, we heard from Kash Patel again on social media that they had someone in custody, and then the sort of disjointed efforts. They're not. It sounds like there is, but this questioning is.
Jezebel, the Jezebel.com website. I believe they're a news organization. Don't quote. They posted on September 8th at 12:49 p.m. We paid some Etsy witches to curse Charlie Kirk. And now everybody's jumped on it. I'm just like, oh my God. People didn't even know that existed like 2 days ago.
The shooter may or may not have said or indicated leading up to this event. So to your point, the FBI is being very tight-lipped there. And to your point earlier as well, there's a lot of different law enforcement partners involved in this, which is a good thing because you have obviously the school police, the locals, the FBI, the ATF at the same time. And as we've observed, as these tragedies unfold, that means that there's a lot of information coming in, and there's a lot of information that they have to decipher through via tip lines, et cetera. So again, it's something that does seem in the investigative stages to be quite preliminary. Obviously, they have a person of interest in custody, and that's a good thing. So they will continue to see what they can glean from that questioning that's ongoing now. How long does that questioning last? All of that, but still many questions that need to be answered here, and frankly, that law enforcement are working hard to figure out.
Certainly are. Catherine Falters, always wonderful to have you with us. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katursky also joining us. And so, Aaron, as we know now, authorities confirming there is a person of interest in custody. And at this point, they don't believe that there's a second person involved. However,
someone
they
tweeted,
did book.
South Park is going to have to shoot Hartman now.
Who was seen early on, who people thought maybe this is why they had a suspect in custody early on when they didn't.
That's right. And in fact, a number of eyewitnesses described that individual the same way our police sources did, as an older man, white hair, blue shirt. And that is someone who we believe is a known individual to local authorities there in Utah, taken into custody. And initially they thought they had him. It was quickly determined he was not the shooter, but charged nonetheless with obstruction. And then the focus quickly turned to the manhunt for the suspected shooter. And right now there is a person of interest in custody that authorities are trying to match with video taken from security camera footage to see if they have the right individual. The authorities, during that brief manhunt did say there was no need to shelter in place, and they were telling the community that. That tells us, Kana, that they seemed to know who they were looking for and perhaps had an indication of where that individual was. We'll look to learn more about how they tracked down the suspected shooter and why they were able to tell the community that they did not need to stay indoors. But that person of interest is in custody. The authorities also revealing that the shot that killed Charlie Kirk came from was a longer distance shot fired likely from a rooftop. Law enforcement sources have told us it was a high caliber weapon that was used, but so far police officials have not said anything about the gun.
And it's interesting too, Aaron, that when authorities point.
I haven't heard much about it on my feed because everything's swamped with Charlie. So all I've seen is that there was another shooter. I haven't seen. Yeah, everybody's talking. Well, I guess until we get updates, I'm gonna long for the rest of the stream. I don't want to sit here and talk about this all night. You guys know my thoughts and feelings. And you've shared yours, so we're just gonna move on to a group activity. Oh, I hit the button wrong. There we go. All right, at the top of the stream, there is a link for your bingo boards. We're gonna switch gears over to iron. Mostly because like there's not much more to add. I don't want to watch the same, little bit of information now that we watched the press conference. I'm sure we'll get more. I have my Twitter feed open. We're gonna move right along.
This when I was watching.
We finished this. Okay. I have to. Whatever. All right, we're gonna be playing Iron Chef Bingo. The way Iron Chef Bingo works is you have your bingo card. When we see or hear something, we check off a bingo board. The center is free space, is today's secret ingredient. Some of the various ones we have, when we have like fruit / veggie, shellfish, pork, fish, and beef, those are whatever the main ingredient type is. Returning celebrity, pressure cooker, ice cream machine, always a comeback. And then who the different Iron Chefs are and who wins. That's pretty much it. Now it's mostly just If anybody needs a refresher at the bingo boards anytime, let me know. If you win, you're gonna post it over to the Discord. I don't care where. We're also just gonna skip the opening because it's like 5 minutes long. Yeah.
5 years ago, a man's fantasy became.
イタリアンレストランの最高峰、あのサバティーニが前回の屈辱を晴らすべく新たな挑戦者を送り込んでまいりました。ドン・サバティーニの味を忠実に再現する男。さあ皆さん、大きな拍手でお迎えください。青山サバティーニでローマ総料理長丸山秀樹。
All right, Don Sabatini himself will lead his hand-picked man, Chef Maruyama, into Kitchen Stadium along with the rest of the Sabatini squad. They've waited a long time for a chance for revenge. A bitter loss here 3 years ago, but this time Sabatini's chosen his right-hand man who he says can accurately recreate the flavor of his mother's Italian cooking, and that's the reason he predicts they can win today's battle.
Is he gonna cook in the soup?
前回は惜しくも負けたんですけれど、理由は何だったんでしょう。
Well, we failed to express the true Italian flavor in the dishes.
ということですけれども、今回はドンから何か指示がございました。
Yes. Well, he's told me to stick strictly to Sabatini's original flavors.
どうぞ頑張ってください。それではあなたを迎え撃つうちの鉄人を登場させましょう。よみがえるがいアイアンシェフ。
The three Iron Chefs, the dons of their culinary fields. Iron Chef Chinese Chen Kenichi, Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai, and Iron Chef Japanese Masaharu Morimoto. Their stature grows every appearance in Kitchen Stadium.
前回は確か
Oh god, they're gonna crowbar some old poor guy. I don't think he's cooking. I think he's cooking. I think he's just there to issue the challenge. Which seems a little weird.
鉄人チンに負けたと思うんですが、さあ今回は誰と戦いますか？
Chen-san, please.
Okay, that'll be it. A pure revenge match, a rematch with.
Okay, so I copied and pasted the Iron Chef names into the bingo. Don't hate me. But you're gonna want to check off. Where is he? I can't find him on my Chen Kenichi, Iron Chef Chinese.
Chen Kenichi, son of the god of Szechuan cooking. Chen picked up everything his father had to teach him, and with dedication and hard work, has become a legend in his own right. Today, he faces the challenge of the Sabatini clan. They've waited 3 long years for a chance to get even. The day of reckoning has arrived.
陳健一への復讐戦ということで、あえて前回と全く同じテーマを用意しました。イタリア料理で最もよく使われるあの大衆魚。それでは発表します。今日のテーマはこれです。今日のテーマはまたイワシ。
All right.
Right? Oh, it must have gone into an ad.
The famous Italian restaurant in Tokyo, Sabatini di Roma, has a chance to avenge its earlier loss in Kitchen Stadium and regain their pride and honor if their man Maruyama can drop Chen Kenichi. Same theme ingredient this time too, so hold on, it's going to be a barn burner. Okay, opening gong sounds, the battle engaged, and they are off and running now to the ingredient stand. 3 years ago, Don Sabatini sent his top man, Chef Noda, into the stadium. Chen, the opponent, and the eventual winner in the battle with sardines as the theme.
Sorry, sardines. That's a fish. Mark off fish.
And history repeating itself today, but the Sabatini people want a different ending, and they've got a new man cooking in Maruyama.
Fukusan?
Go ahead, Ota.
Challenger Maruyama told me that he's been ordered by Don Sabatini to take Chen down and to regain their name. He said he's going to do everything that he does in this battle, use everything that Sabatini offers to do just that, to knock the Iron Chef off his pedestal.
All right, not here for show, but to carry out a specific mission under the orders of Commander Sabatini. Will the ending be different this time? We'll see. Now let's get on with the business of introducing our guests for this revenge battle. First, next to me, actress Keiko Saito.
Hello, nice to be here.
Well, last time you were here was the memorable pork belly battle, which Chen lost in overtime.
Yes.
Remember?
Oh, we
yes,
got a
that was
returning
quite
celebrity guest. Returning celebrity guest. Damn. Somebody could be one away from bingo. We're doing 5 in a row, by the way. Any direction.
Experience?
You bringing us overtime this time?
Maybe. Who knows? But what do you think? Using the same ingredient could be tough for Chen-san.
That's right. He'll have to have other dishes this time.
Yeah.
And this match has a number of angles, and glad you could make it.
Thank you.
And his second time here, actor Teruhiko Saigo.
Hello.
Thanks for coming in.
Pleasure to be here.
Now, you saw Morimoto in the sweet fish battle, right?
That's right.
Sweet fish, now sardines. Hope you like fish.
I love fish, no problem. And sardines are actually frequently used in my hometown of Kagoshima.
Oh, we're both from Kyushu.
Yeah?
I'm thrilled to be here today.
Kagoshima, Miyazaki.
Yes, that's right.
Right next door.
The sardine sea size. Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank
And
you.
as always, the man commentator, Dr. Yukio Hattori.
Pleasure and a privilege. Fukusan?
Go ahead, Ota.
Challenger Maruyama says he's happy that the theme is sardines again. Unlike last time, this time viewers will be able to see what Sabatini's is really all about.
All right, fair enough. They're getting a second chance. Last time, the man they sent in, Chef Noda, got rattled and was unable to stay with their classic Italian flavoring, they say, and went down
It's
to
Robin.
a disappointing defeat.
Okay, I
It's just the voice actor for like the male guest.
see the Iron Chef using something here. What is this, curry
Fukusan?
powder or something?
The Iron Chef? Go ahead, Ota.
Yes, in the wok, the Iron Chef has gokofun and glutinous rice.
Gokofun. Okay, that's a mix of Chinese spices, 5 different spices all mixed together.
Oh my god, this guy knows everything. He knows like everything about food. Every time somebody mentions any food, it could be something I've never heard of. He's always got something to say about it. I'm so impressed. It is so cool.
It should be interesting to see later on how he'll combine this with sardines. The Iron Chef there, the rice in the wok.
Fukusan?
Yes.
About today's battle, Don Sabatini says that last time the then challenger Chef Noda was given too much leeway and he failed to express the Sabatini taste correctly. He says, this time I've ordered Maruyama to stick to the real Italian flavoring I grew up with and we will win.
Don's really insistent on that point. They've had a lot of time to think about it. 3 years. Will they be able to walk out of here with smiles on their faces today? It's all up to Maruyama now, and he's loosening the bones on
And
these
Fukusan?
pieces. Yes.
The Iron Chef is now grinding the gokofun, or the 5 Chinese spices, and glutinous rice in the food processor.
Rice in the food processor. Maybe he's preparing a batter for frying sardines.
I think you could be onto something there, but we still can't be too sure yet.
Fukusan?
Yes.
I can tell you what the Iron Chef thinks about today's theme. He said, same Sabatini, same sardines. Is there a conspiracy against me?
Hey, we don't select the theme. The chairman's the guy. And as Chen cooks today, we'll note how his approach to sardines differs this time.
Boiled dish.
This is on the challenger side with the chunks of sardine working in the pot. Broth in there, it looks like already.
Yeah, something along those lines. Now, if you add ginger to this, it
Like
would be...
Japanese home cooking.
Exactly.
Go, Ota.
In this pot, the challenger has added water, sardines, and white wine vinegar.
White wine vinegar.
Okay, so he's choosing to work with vinegar this
A
time
naturally
around.
sour taste there.
Right, it's like in Japanese cooking adding umeboshi, the salt-cured plums.
Now, what's Chen up to?
Milk to remove the fishy smell?
Yeah, no, this is called masking. He's masking with milk. We've talked about it before.
Oh, yes, right. That's
Fukusan?
right.
Yes,
yeah.
Ota.
This bowl contains milk, ice, and salt.
Salt and milk. That's interesting with salt there.
Yeah, maybe the ice is to firm up the flesh of the fish?
Yeah,
And Fukusan?
Go.
Yeah, more comments from Chef Sabatini here. Speaking about Italian chefs in Japan, he says that most of the top Italian chefs in Japan are influenced to some degree by the Sabatini taste or style, so in a sense he sees them as his sons.
One extended family.
Okay, now let's check out the challenger here. He's using artichoke.
Artichokes, right.
Yeah, no, this is an Italian original, actually. It's a very popular ingredient there.
So the artichoke is a key ingredient for the Sabatini flavor.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Okay, and he'll be cooking this one up?
Yeah, of course. You can't eat them as is.
Go ahead, Ota.
Chen says his strategy today includes a secret weapon. The only hint he would give me that he's using fruit in a clever way. He says he was inspired by dishes found in Hong Kong on a recent visit.
Okay. Now, the Iron Chef is smoking the sardines here.
Smoking them?
Yes, the sliced sardine fillets are getting the smoking treatment right here. Take it.
The sardines he is now smoking are the ones that he had dipped in milk. He sprinkled more salt on them before smoking them.
Okay, with milk there.
Yes, to get rid of the fishy smell.
And more salt.
Okay, now check out the Challenger here.
The Challenger?
Yeah, he's going to be doing the same, it looks like.
Smoking?
Yes, doing it with...
Figs.
Figs. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Figs. Okay, 15 minutes gone already.
Is this an antipasto?
Boy, not
again
real sure.
Smoked figs.
Now the question is this a starter or a dessert? That's my big question right now.
Ice cream machine?
Ice cream?
What now? On the Iron Chef side.
Oh no.
It's always the ice cream machine. It's always the ice cream machine. Ice cream machine, check it off.
He's not doing it again, is he?
What? This has sardines in it?
If you remember, previously he created ice cream.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but let me remind you what he has in this mixture. Milk, salt, ice, and sardines, you already know, plus sour cream, fresh cream, sesame sauce, and fermented tofu all mixed together.
A sardine sorbet.
Well, it could be a cold sauce, but...
Yeah.
All right.
And Fukuisan,
yes.
The Iron Chef heard that we were debating whether this was ice cream or not. He said, no, it's not ice cream, it's a mousse.
Okay.
Oh.
Now
smells very nice. I smell olive oil.
From the Challenger side, yes.
Yeah, he's got olive oil and something else in there.
Some other ingredients.
Fukuisan.
Yes.
Simmering in the Challenger's frying pan are the sardines that were dipped in water, white wine vinegar, and later fried.
Oh, okay, so these have been fried once already.
A double dose of frying.
Okay, so he's planning to maybe stew this for a long time then.
Oh, tomatoes. That would be good with this.
Is that what he's... Yep. Now the tomatoes go in, so what? A stew? Pasta sauce, maybe?
That sounds good, too.
Yeah, that's possible. Very possible, actually.
Both, either one. We'll wait and see what it turns out to be.
Fukuisan,
It looks like
I talked with Don.
It looks like he's setting up the sauce, then mix in the pasta. The pasta. Help me, I broke.
Sabatini a little more about Italian food in Japan, and he told me that Italian restaurants in Japan have come a long way. In the past, they mainly only served pizza and pasta, but ever since his restaurant opened, they have really improved. Having said that, though, he also said that quality-wise, there are only 3 that meet his standards, but he can't mention their names.
Well, I'd like to hear them.
Tell us afterwards, okay?
Okay, now remember the Iron Chef talked about using fruit. Right. He's slicing some mangoes right here now.
Right, these are mangoes.
Right, yeah.
Thought they were persimmons for a second.
You did too? The ones without the seeds, right?
Well, he said he got some inspiration in Hong Kong, worked some fruit into the dishes, and here's where it's coming out. All right, we're back, and I've just been handed a note. Seems that up in the royal box, we've got a special guest up there, Steve Stevens, a guitar player out of Los Angeles, now touring Japan with his band, and we hear he is a big fan of the Iron Chef. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, this show is becoming really international now, huh?
Yes, Saito-san, we've been on in the States now for some time.
Yeah, it's true, right.
Fukuisan?
Yes.
In the bowl the Iron Chef now has, he's mixing sardine fillets, chunyan sauce, salt, sugar, salt-cured plums, or umeboshi, and mangoes.
Okay, there they go in that one. And now the glutinous rice going in.
Oh, this is what he was planning to do.
Okay, I see.
And he's going to fry this.
Yeah, I think so. That's my guess. But then again, you know, I could be wrong.
Fry it all up?
Well, it looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so now, is this the Iron Chef?
No, the Challenger.
Okay, well,
American name drop? Oh, thank you. Sorry, Blue. I was checking the timeline. American name drop. Wow, I wasn't expecting that for a little bit. Oh, fuck. Shoot.
Pressure cooker, right?
All right, that was in the pan earlier.
So a stewed item, probably.
A stew, okay. Looks there.
Ooh, it looks wonderful.
A tomato-flavored stew with sardines.
I'm starting to drool.
Get them off.
Fukuisan?
Yes.
Speaking of this sardine and tomato sauce dish, Don Sabatini says, my mother used to make this for us once a week. This is what we started with, the heart of the Sabatini taste. And Chef Maruyama told me that he received intense training under Chef Sabatini when he first attempted to make this dish.
All right, to the core of the Sabatini Sabatini flavor as we pass the halfway mark. 30 minutes left, and who will survive round 2 of the Battle of Sardines, Italian versus Chinese cuisine?
Bananas?
Okay, well, right here we've got sardine fillets that are being smoked.
This looks really good.
Yes, and a nice color to them, a
Beautiful
golden
color.
tan to these sardines. Now, meantime, back over to the Iron Chef's side here.
What are these leaves?
Lotus leaves, I
Oh,
think.
right, lotus. Okay.
So for steaming then.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but steaming what?
One away from bingo.
Sardines?
Okay.
Yes, the ones he had
Can't
flat.
get. Which one is it? What do you want away from? Iron Chef Italian? Yeah, you gotta wait for the next episode, babe. Oops. Else keeps.
Lower on, I think.
Okay, yeah, that could be it. Yeah, this one right here. Now, this could be something that he tried in Hong Kong, so...
Looks like it.
Steaming this. When we saw the rice going on, we thought it would be fried.
Yeah, I was fooled by that, too.
Okay, but the Iron Chef, apparently he will be steaming this.
Well, you know, either way, it's going to taste great, so...
All right.
Now there's potatoes.
Are they here? Potatoes?
Could be gnocchi, a type of pasta.
Huh. Okay, this is on the Challenger side.
Croissant?
Yes.
The Challenger is doing something unique. He boiled celeriac and sweet potatoes, and he's now frying them.
Oh, okay, celery hack.
Sorry, what is that?
It's the root of the celery, basically.
All right, well, celery roots, let's call them, okay, Doc?
Sure, okay.
All right, now, what's going into the food processor here?
This one here, this could be porcini.
Ah, yes.
Okay, really getting ground up there.
Yeah. Yeah,
For a sauce, probably.
Porcini's the name, great mushroom flavor, I'll bet.
Yeah, now the Iron Chef is frying something in his wok here.
Ah, well, this way the bones can also be enjoyed.
Oh, okay, like bone crackers.
Great for beer snacks.
Yeah, and lots of calcium, so healthy.
These are the bones of the sardines.
Right, yeah.
Wow, frying them and some meat still on them, and I'll tell you what, Saito-san, I think they'd go great with the beer. Now, to the Challenger side.
Oh, this looks great.
Several ingredients are mixed in this one. Challenger Mariyama ordered to win this one, not for the Gipper, but for Don Sabatini. And looking up close at the
cream
ingredients,
sauce.
what's in it?
Is there sardines in here?
Okay, yes, some slices of
Looks
filet.
amazing.
Could
Wow.
be for a pasta.
Well, everything looks like a pasta sauce.
I can take them as they are.
Saigo-san, my sentiments too. Now, swinging back to the Iron Chef.
Now, these are the bones he had earlier?
In that bowl, yes, go ahead, Ota.
Yes, here the Iron Chef has chunyan sauce, ginger hot chili sauce, shantan Chinese broth, long onions, sesame seeds, sesame oil, sugar, vinegar, and soy sauce, and he's using all this to marinate these fried meaty sardine bones.
That's a mouthful. Thanks, Ota. So, what do you think, Doc? This one's ready for serving as is?
Yeah, I think so. And, you know, the Challenger, he's added a lot more to the gnocchi.
You mean this one?
This one?
Yeah, right here.
He's used the flour?
Yeah, I saw him adding porcini, too.
And that's why the color's like this.
Yeah, right, exactly. Now, I'm betting this will be a gnocchi pasta.
All right, so this will be his pasta dish, working it now.
Fukusan?
Yes.
Yeah, in this bowl, the Challenger has the celeriac and sweet potatoes, which he boiled, strained, and then fried. He also added the porcini mushrooms and now flour, as you can see.
Okay, and Doc says this will be gnocchi, a pasta dish by Mariyama. The Iron Chef has got another dish working on quite colorful here.
It's sophisticated looking, isn't it?
Just what all is in this one? Ota, you got that?
Fukusan? Yeah, I think I can answer that.
Okay.
Carrots, zucchini, daikon radishes, onions, tomatoes, the sardines, which were dipped in milk, and that's about it.
Okay, so the sardines here haven't been cooked or aren't going to be cooked. Could this work as a salad or something, Doc?
It could very well be, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Looking
boy.
good.
Yeah, the tomatoes too. It looks great, doesn't it? Now, this is probably a finished item just all by itself right here.
Okay.
Fukusan?
Yes.
Once again, just to review what the Challenger has in this pressure cooker, starting with sardines dipped in minced garlic, then Chinese herbs and white wine vinegar, whole tomatoes, and also fish broth.
Oh, great effort
Okay,
there.
now I also saw red beans going in
Yes,
here.
the beans right there.
Yes,
like a-
and kidney beans.
Okay, kidney beans, right.
All right, no doubt about it. Right here, the flavors are certain to be pure Italian. From
I
Challenger
can hardly wait to
Mariyama.
taste it.
It's like a real homemade stew, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
A recipe handed down from Don's mom.
Fukusan?
Yes.
About this dish in the pressure cooker, Don Sabatini remarked that he loves bean soup, but it's not something that you'll find on a
Pressure
restaurant
cooker?
menu. It's
Pressure cooker. House. Pressure cooker. See, that should help in a different direction, Blue.
Reminiscent of home cooking, what you would find simmering in Italian homes.
Okay, the challenger staying true to the golden recipes of the Sabatini family.
And Fukui-san,
yes.
Sorry to interrupt again, but the challenger was just shocked to find that he had forgotten to add the artichokes to the pressure cooker dish, and he has hastily done that.
He forgot?
Okay, yeah, so he just added them now.
Unbelievable. This far, knowing what it means, artichoke added after the fact. What about the taste now?
Yeah.
Less than 15 minutes left now.
Okay, I called this. Here we go.
Yeah, gnocchi pasta.
Yes.
Don Sabatini was just reminiscing about gnocchi when he said it was something that my mother used to prepare for us when we were still poor, and he said it's still one of his favorite dishes.
All right.
Well, in Japan, we have a similar dish, suiton.
Okay, and Don Sabatini up in the royal box, calm on the outside, but you know he's churning inside. Yes.
In the frying pan here, the challenger, well, let's see if we can get a shot of it here before I start. There it is. This is sardines, onions, garlic, fennel, white wine, fresh cream, capero, and the leftover hot water he used to boil the porcini mushrooms. All these ingredients are combined to make this dish.
Wow, that's...
This is gnocchi for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
That sounds so good. Minus the sardines. I'm not a big sardini girl. Salty.
Back for the last part of this battle. Now, on the Iron Chef's side, they've got a sorbet using sardines that they are just getting out of the ice cream maker now. When would they be serving this one?
Boy, good question.
Not for dessert, I'd venture.
Well, I'm still saying this is a cold sauce with something else.
A cold sauce?
Yeah, onto something.
Eaten with something, you say?
Yeah, with bread.
All right. I do see them breaking out some small glasses on that side, so maybe it'll go on its own. And now we'll swing back to challenger Mariyama.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
Let me explain what the challenger is preparing here.
Please.
He's garnishing sardine fillets with a sprinkling of Italian parsley, breadcrumbs, olive oil, and salt, and he has also added lemon and truffles to this.
All right, thanks, Ota, and it looks like he'll grill it in the oven.
I'd agree with that.
Okay, now he's also added sardine oil to this too, didn't he?
All right.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
Yeah, when asked about the challenger forgetting to add the artichokes to his stew, Chef Sabatini in the royal box said, well, you can't change history. We can't do anything about this now. But don't forget the breadcrumb grill on the oven. That's another very important dish my mother prepared for me and my brothers all the time. Back to you.
All right. Mariyama's on it right now.
Okay, now I thought this was to be fried but grilled, huh?
10 minutes left in the battle. Mariyama's already sweating up a storm. How will he hold up these last
15
minutes?
Yes. About his using ring molds, the Iron Chef said dishes should look good too. Pleasing visually is half the battle, but I'm not copying the Iron Chef, Sakai, he says.
Hey, no one said he's copying Sakai. Borrowing, maybe, this technique from the Iron Chef French that he often uses to give a nice round shape. Now Mariyama just getting his grilled item into the oven. Less than 8 minutes left. What'll Don say about that? I bet Mom took more than 8 minutes to cook hers.
I see something finished on the challenger side here.
Which one?
The appetizer.
The smoked sardines.
Yeah, the smoked one. I count 3 ingredients here.
Okay, figs and some stewed tomatoes and sardines there.
Right, exactly.
Sounds okay together. And, is that rice over there?
On the Iron Chef's side?
Uh-huh.
Sure looks like it is, right here. Iron Chef Chen wasn't aware that they were making rice.
What's he going to do?
Yeah, what's he up to with that, I wonder?
Okay, the rice now topped by something.
He's going to add sauce to it or soup to it? No.
No. He's got something on top right there.
What?
Now, this may be the fried bones or crushed or something?
Oh, right. So.
All right, 5 minutes left.
Fukui-san?
Sardines on rice.
Yes.
When the challenger added the chartiokes...
You mean artichoke?
Yes, the artichokes. When asked about them, he said he was going to use every minute to make them as tender as possible.
All right, so they're not ready yet at this late stage in time, a factor that Mariyama has to be...
I need to know how they translated that from Japanese to English. Like, I need to know.
Concerned about the dish with the artichoke, madly boiling it now, looked to be the highlight dish, but now the flavor balance will be off at best and disrupted at worst. Now the entourage up in the royal box, the Sabatini side starting to get lively up there. Hey, they've even got some music to fire their man up.
They're recreating the atmosphere of their restaurant.
Quite a scene and sound here in Kitchen Stadium, and a good beat up there too.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
I asked the Iron Chef how he's going to serve this rice that he just dished up, and he told me that you're probably thinking I'm going to pour sardine soup over it, and you'd be right, it's going to be great.
Okay.
But that's not all. That'll be spiced up with sardine bone crackers, scallions, pickled ginger, and minced plums, which will all be placed on the rice before serving.
Wild, and soup poured onto the rice.
Yeah, like tea poured onto rice.
Okay, and now Chen is starting to break a sweat too, and he's really picked up the pace here toward the end. And the Sabatini section, joyous as can be, singing, cheering, clapping.
Oh my
and
God,
Don
it's
up on his
nerve-wracking.
feet, chanting on Mariyama, yes.
Chef Sabatini was pleasantly surprised with the smoked sardines the challenger is making. He said they look great. It's a wonderful idea. Figs as a garnish. I'm asking him to make that for me, he said.
Okay, you know, he really wants to win, but he's also having a ball up there.
Okay, how much time do we have left here?
Less than 3.5 minutes now.
Wow. Yeah, this is getting down to crunch time, isn't it?
It sure is.
The Iron Chef is into the bananas there.
Yeah, frying them.
Frying the bananas?
Yep, a fry job by Chen. And I tell you, though, Kitchen Stadium's starting to look, sound, and feel like a real Italian eatery back in the home country. And Mariyama's focused on the task at hand, but boy, are they whooping it up behind him. Yes, Ota.
I asked the challenger whether he's listening to the music from his supporters, and he said, I don't know what I'm hearing or doing right now. How much time is left? How much time do I have left? He sounds anxious.
All right, well, he is really in a fix time-wise.
Yeah, he's got a good crowd behind him, though.
Fuki's-san?
Yes.
Yeah, in the wok, the Iron Chef has fried bananas, sardines, long onions, ginger, red chili, and also bell peppers.
What a collection there.
Sweet and hot. Sounds good.
Yeah, he's good at that.
All right, now Mariyama's helpers have the grill out of the oven. Looks like it's going to make it on time. What do we call this one? Grilled sardines just doesn't seem to do it justice. One is down, and the Iron Chef finishing flames there from his classic flavorings. Yes.
Just to quickly confirm what the Iron Chef is using as for flavoring in this dish: soy sauce, salt, chunyan hot sauce, and peppercorn. Back to you.
All right, more hot and spicy from the Szechuan sage, and 1 minute is approaching now. Here it is, the last 60 seconds. Chen trying to defeat the Sabatinis for the second time in this rematch. Challenger Mariyama, a few bumps here at the end, trying to finish up everything, get the dishes done and down. The Iron Chef, on his side, some finishing touches are being applied. The battle today, sardines, the same theme as the first time they went around. This, in reality, not just a rematch, but a grudge match.
Okay, now does the challenger have all the dishes that he wanted?
I don't know, but he's been bolting all over in the last minute here.
30 seconds to go.
30 seconds left.
Nuts? What's,
Yeah,
nuts?
macadamia nuts here.
Okay, right here, nuts going on top, right alongside with sardines.
Ooh, that looks
Don't know
pretty.
yet about the challenger's artichoke.
Now, what are these leaves?
These right here, grape leaves, I believe.
Yes, the grilled creation right there, resting on top of grape leaves. Less than 15 seconds, 10 seconds. Don Sabatini and company waiting 3 long years for this day. Will real Italian flavorings carry the day and result in victory for their man? The final seconds tick down, and that's it. The cooking's done. The sardine battle is over.
How was the battle?
I was always scrambling.
Scrambling?
But I did my best.
And how did your dishes turn out?
The assistants did really great. So they're okay, I think. Yes.
Just okay? But Chef Sabatini said that he thought you did very well.
I'm sure he's satisfied.
Your thoughts and comments?
Chef Mariyama fully understands the tradition of Sabatini, and so I'm not worried at all about the outcome.
Quite a workout.
Oh, yeah. Today, I used a lot of fruit. A lot of unique dishes, all of them.
And you were really focused.
Yeah. You know, I've had this theme once before. I had to be focused to create different things. I kept that in mind and had fun. I knew I didn't have an easy match with Sabatini. I really did my best not to lose to them.
Challenger Mariyama is offering 6 dishes. First, marinated sardines. He added his own personal touch to the traditional Sabatini method by curing the sardines with kelp seaweed. Second, smoked sardines and figs. He used cherry and apple wood chips to smoke and remove excess fat from the sardines. The sourness of tomato jelly accentuates the 2 sauces, mint and balsamic vinegar. Third is sardine and porcini gnocchi, a masterpiece pasta stuffed with celery roots and sweet potatoes, creating a wonderful platform to enjoy the natural flavor of this fish. The texture of the pasta matches perfectly with that of sardines. Next, lemon granita, a nice change of pace flavor-wise after the thick flavoring of the pasta dish, with just a touch of mint added. Fifth is grilled sardine with herbs, a recreation of a recipe from Don Sabatini's mother. Lemon, truffles, tomatoes, and anchovies are sprinkled on top prior to grilling. And the last dish, the main course, sardine and tomato stew. Red chili is what accentuates the flavor for this grand finale
Hear how many dishes
to the meal, and a faithful execution of a Sabatini family specialty. Iron Chef Chen counters with 4 dishes.
Okay, well, 4 dishes at least for Iron Chen. So, yeah. So completes 4 dishes.
First, sardine hors d'oeuvres, 3 items with the French presentation. The sardine
Oh wait,
tartare
how long
has...
have you been gone? You need to go over your card with me? I was here. Okay. Got ice cream.
several vegetables and is visually pleasing.
I didn't know how long that took.
The sardine
Or where
mousse
the
using
adventure
milk
started.
and cream is truly a unique dish by the Iron Chef. And smoked sardine, also dipped in milk, no trace of a fishy smell. Second is steamed sardine and mango, coating the ingredients with glutinous rice and 5 Chinese spices. The sweetness, usually provided by pumpkin, is furnished here by mango, for a one-of-a-kind sweet and sour dish using mangoes. Hot and spicy sardines and bananas. Bananas, stir-fried, a classic Szechuan technique, are blended with a new partner in sardines. Tasters will look forward to this harmony between
We'll just have to count while they're serving them.
sweet and hot. Last is sardine soup rice. The fried sardine bones, grilled fillet, and soup made of sardine broth successfully condense the natural flavor of the theme ingredient. The garnishes add a refreshing touch to the sardine presented in this soup, closing the meal. Don Sabatini and clan, with new lead chef challenger Hideki Maruyama, finally have their chance for redemption in Kitchen Stadium. 3 years after a bitter defeat to Iron Chef Chen Kenichi, they seek revenge. And the rematch is a complete one. Chairman Kaga unveils sardines, the same theme these combatants had the first time around. Ordered to stick to the tried and true flavors, Maruyama produces a stunning set of 6 dishes. The Iron Chef, delving deep into his sardines playbook, fights back with 4.
Oh.
And now
Damn
the
it, they
moment
said
of
it again.
truth. Maruyama finally have their chance for redemption in Kitchen Stadium. 3 years after a bitter defeat to Iron Chef Chen Kenichi, they seek revenge. And the rematch is a complete one. Chairman Kaga unveils sardines, the same theme these combatants had the first time around. Ordered to stick to the tried and true flavors, Maruyama produces a stunning set of 6 dishes.
Oh, sick.
The Iron Chef, delving deep into his sardines playbook, fights back with 4. And now the moment of truth, tasting and judgment. On the panel today are photographer Tenmei Kano, actress Keiko Saito, actor Teruhiko Saigo, and fortune teller Kazuko Hosoki. First, the dishes of challenger Maruyama.
Yes. Yes, that's right. I smoked them a little bit to kill the greasiness.
The oil in the sardines is nicely controlled by the smoking. And it's been turned into a very sophisticated dish. And the smoking's done just right.
The figs and the tomato-flavored jelly combination, yes? Very well balanced. This is the first time I've ever had this. Really.
Thank you.
I like it.
This is totally different from our perception of sardines. Well, in short, it's a very high-class, sophisticated piece.
I used porcini mushrooms and tried this with celery roots.
I like the warmth of this dish and the feeling of cooked sardines and the gnocchi. This makes me feel at home.
The porcini mushrooms are what make this dish elegant. It's a strong sauce, yet it doesn't kill the sardines in it. That's how I'd put it.
To be honest, I wanted more time to grill this further.
This sardine is different from the one before, but how do you say, it's still a very high-class dish, very, very good. But to me, I wish you didn't have too much lemon on it. I tried it without them, and they're still very good.
I like this, the sourness of this. It's almost like Japanese home cooking. It's savory aroma. I like it very much.
Murphy, do you need a bingo board? I have time. I'm checking the timeline. He says he had 200,000 when I was watching him earlier today. Yeah, I'm in there too. Right there. I've got him open and this open. Maybe I should just put him on. Like, he loves it when people share his shit.
The sardine and tomato stew is served by Mariyama. How will the panel like the Sabatini home cooking?
This is the one that's closest to Don's mother's recipe.
I really wish there was pasta with this sauce. It would go well. It's so
World
nice
media's on
and
their knees
spicy.
kissing his feet.
You said you forgot to put
Yeah, I mean, it feels like a full-blown capitulation.
Right? But it's really good. Yes. This flavor is really quite wonderful.
The beans are nice.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, and after I've swallowed it, the chili stays in my mouth, you know? I like it a lot.
All of them were so sophisticated. These dishes have survived the test for years. It's not neo-Italian. Well, I'm not saying this to Kobe in any way. They were all very good. This tells us we have to respect the old while searching for the new.
And now the dishes of the Iron Chef.
We don't
Finish out
use
this episode, then we'll go
sardines in
back to the
Szechuan.
news.
So, in a sense, I was able to be creative, being myself. Of course, I followed some Szechuan techniques. I used fruit in some of the dishes. I want you to use your spoons and mix the sauce in.
This proves that he is a very sensitive man. How should I put it? It's a very fine smoked dish.
Honestly now, this man knows
The
all
fighter
about
jets
Japanese
outside are
taste
making
buds.
me feel better.
But this is awful.
I'm sorry.
What's happened to you? This tastes terrible.
You know, you could have added your A game. What was it, hot bean paste?
Yeah, you're right.
Just a little bit to this. I mean, another twist to it. If you did that, it would have been perfect, I think.
Normally, we use pumpkin to add sweetness to this. Today, I tried mangoes for this, a new approach for sweetness.
We've been eating sardines after sardines. I think you did the right thing using mangoes. Really good. This is good.
The sardines for a moment tasted like stewed pork at first. And then, as you chew more, you go, oh, this is sardine. The sardine has turned itself into pork to a degree.
In Szechuan cooking, we stir-fry bananas. Really,
Christ, there's a
and
boomer
the peppercorns,
around
Chinese
here.
Pepper, they're quite strong.
Why?
I'm
What did I
saying
do
to
now?
myself as I'm eating, I've tasted something like this before, but maybe not. The peppercorns elevate this whole dish.
If I had a nice cold beer, this would be perfect. With just a little less pepper, this would be a true masterpiece.
And now Chen serves his sardine soup rice.
I used sardine bones and pork for the broth as like a flavor base.
The sardines could have been sliced a little smaller.
Wow,
but the flavor
they are absolutely destroying him tonight.
is so good.
I'm enjoying the aroma first, right? And after you put it into your mouth, the warmth of the sardines and the crispy bones and the ginger, this has so many elements to it.
Today's battle is very sophisticated. I'm really happy that I didn't miss this. The scoring is going to be extra difficult. How about overtime today?
No thanks, please.
The verdict should be a tight one. Who walks out of here?
All right.
Chef!
Oh, shit. Well, it's Chen Kenichi, the Iron Chef won. Oops, I didn't mean to go. I wanted to skip that little, like, head-to-head break that they do. Anyway, the Iron Chef won. Anybody got bingo? This is definitely rigged. That South Park episode feels prophetic now. I haven't seen it yet. Oh. Oh, it's only 7:34. Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but this is like the third or fourth jet going by. Which episode? I guess the Charlie Kirk episode.
Sorry. And they try to debate him when he does these, when he used to do these change my mind videos and stuff like that. I'll be honest, bro. I mean, it's a traumatic incident, dude. He was there, you know? It's just, it's understandable that he would feel some type of way. I think you would be traumatized too, even if you fucking despise Charlie Kirk.
You guys can't see it, but the chat, the pinned comment says a person of interest in custody.
His wife is going to live
Season 7,
without a
get the nun.
husband. And that's not okay, and that's horrible. And no one should be justifying that. And any single person that's in the comment section that is saying that or who does believe that, I want you to unfollow me and unsubscribe to me right now, because there's a clear line of division between us, and I don't support you. And I think what you believe is fucking horrible. And my thoughts and wishes go out to Charlie's family and anyone who is there and traumatized, honestly, like how I am. It is honestly genuinely terrifying.
Seeing someone die on video and in real life in front of you is not the same shit. Chad doesn't get it. Yeah. I mean, he could have been fucking domed there. Like, he was there. You know what I mean? He was right there. He's probably in shock. Look, like I said, the reason there are of course a fuck ton of people who are on the right who would absolutely celebrate a role reversal style situation. Hopefully we never get to experience it. Okay. And of course there's going to be people who are liberals who have the same kind of attitude. I can't expect people to look at this guy if the only output that they've seen of him is just spewing bile, you know? That's it. Especially if you just see people as just people that you see on camera. If you see them as like not real human beings, but instead as just like beacons of vectors of hate or beacons of political ideology. It's, you know, I get where that comes from. Who was the reverse target? You? Yeah, I mean, yes. But I think for him, it's just like he was there, so it's a little bit different.
No, I don't want to use Grok.
To have literally someone die within 30 to 40 feet of you that you've interacted with, that you've engaged with. And I don't like Charlie Kirk as a person. I don't like the ideology.
Yeah, I mean, he's a horrible, monstrous person, or was a horrible, monstrous person. That's why I'm not like going to sit here and like launder his reputation or anything like that. You know, you can look at an act of violence and say, well, that's, you know, that's not great. And especially the impact of this action is going to be, I hope I'm wrong for this, but I hope I'm wrong in this assessment, but I do think that it's going to be far more consequential. But having said that, you know, a lot of people are actively laundering his reputation in real time on the liberal side too. And I guess that's a very liberal position to have. For me, it's like, this is why I always say my advocacy is for universal policies, because I believe that everyone deserves healthcare, for example. Everyone deserves a leg up. Everyone deserves not to be a part of, everyone deserves not to experience the financial struggles that cripple them, that destroy them. Okay? Everyone means everyone. Universality means every single person, including people who you despise. Because the goal should always be to improve material conditions to a certain degree where that kind of attitude is seen as like unsustainable. That kind of attitude is seen
No
as
updates yet.
ridiculous
I'm checking
by
Twitter.
all. Tragic incident. You know, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to sit here.
Yeah, Mackie joined ICE in this. Most things are. I'm kind of shocked.
Of course, Chris Rufo is immediately. The last time the radical left orchestrated a wave of violence and terror, J. Edgar Hoover shut it down all within a few years. It is time, within the confines of the law, to infiltrate, disrupt, arrest, and incarcerate all of those who are responsible for this chaos.
That's scary.
Like, I cannot begin to explain this enough. Why has no one said Melissa Hortman's name? Chatter, if you keep spamming it a million times over in the one community where Melissa Hortman's name has been mentioned in this process, I'm sure you will get the message across. Please, I already talked about this, okay? I brought it up numerous times. Chatter. Please stop spamming. Anyway, once again, even if this was literally like a radical Antifa shooter, okay, even if it comes out that the suspect's motives were like that they are a radical Antifa shooter, this kind of reaction, this kind of retaliation is insane. Okay? Moldman did a video and the comments are all calling for Dem/leftists to be killed. Exactly. People love saying like, oh man, this kind of violent rhetoric is going so far. Meanwhile, on the right, they're just like fantasizing about how they're going to assassinate every leftist and liberal.
Was there covering it. And Emily, it was a huge crowd. We understand at least 3,000. I mean, what was it like in the moments just before the shooting as you were there?
You know, I was standing among a group of mostly college-aged kids. There were a lot of folks who were pretty excited, big fans of Charlie Kirk, excited to see him there answering questions. There were also folks who clearly weren't students, adults with their kids in tow, and also just, you know, students who were onlookers. There were a number of students who were there counter-protesting with counter-messaging, holding up signs. But generally, the majority of the crowd were supporters of Charlie Kirk. And, you know, there were chants of Trump, USA, and a lot of people who'd come who were either university students from this area or who'd traveled from other parts of Utah just to see him.
So it sounds like you say mostly college students, but others that did come from other places, including people with children. I mean, so mostly college. But
I don't see any updates yet on Twitter.
Then when this happened, the question happens on transgender shootings, right? And right after that question is when he was shot. Did you realize immediately what had even happened?
Immediately after we had heard the gunshot, everyone hit the ground. I initially wasn't sure if it was a prank or it was real. There were screams, and then we saw police officers coming with their hands on their weapons. And I realized, okay, this is serious. Initially, after I heard the shot, you know, I went to the ground.
It's wild. Like I usually turn on Hassan around like 2-ish. I log in early on his stream and I listen to like his personal news and figure out what he's going to be talking about for the day. And then I see everyone to stick around. And today I tuned in and I was doing something. And then one of the chatters, Hassan read a chatter that was like, Charlie Kirk's been shot. And he was like, what? No, hold on. And then other people were saying there's been a shooting at a Charlie Kirk event. like starts spamming it, and then like it's slow more and more information, but there was like so little news sources talking about it at first. Like the bigger news stations were like slowly rolling it out, and then eventually like I started seeing like people talking about it on Twitter, and it just like exploded from there. Hassan was supposed to wait Charlie.
Feel like on college campuses, when they're minority voices, they can speak up. There are going to be devastating.
This is not going to lead to gun control.
With this loss. And listen, I'm just thinking of his family. I'm thinking of his friends. He was 31.
This is not going to lead to gun control. If you think that it's going to lead to gun control, you're wrong.
And I'm thinking also of the West Wing right now.
They didn't lead to gun control after Steve Scalise was fucking shot at the congressional baseball game. And that dude had actively pushed for legislation that ended up unironically harming him. Like he was a A-ranked NRA A-ranked congressperson. So I don't think it'll go anywhere for gun control at all. I think this will be utilized by the administration to enact unimaginable political repression for those who they have designed. Who they have designated as enemies of the state, leftists.
The left has been saying put a bullseye on Trump, a bullseye on his supporters. Charlie Kirk's a casualty of war. We're in this country. We are.
They are at war with us.
Yeah,
whether we want to accept it or not,
you see that?
they are at
This
war
is good.
with
This
us.
is good coverage.
What are
This
we
is
gonna
good
do about
coverage.
it?
Talk about the fucking violent rhetoric, you know?
Ellie, you wanted to go cover Charlie on this tour next week, actually, because he was going across the country, college to college. You've interviewed him. What are you learning from his supporters now when we hear things like that from people like Steve Bannon and Alex Jones?
Yeah,
Fox
there's
News?
basically two types of reactions. First, there's horrified, speechless. People who professionally speak for a living are afraid to talk. Like Candace Owens didn't have her show tonight. A publicist for conservative activists told me people were too devastated to speak. CJ Pearson, a conservative influencer, told me the conversation among other influencers was like, is it too dangerous to do this work? The other reaction is, this is an escalation of political violence. There's going to be more. One guy told me it would be very, very bad for the left when the right actually was provoked into responding. They see it as a very one-sided battle.
David, with the context of history, how precarious is this moment?
I just don't think this is going to scare
Well, I think
like
it's very
far right figures into submission or not speaking. If anything, this is going to stop leftists and liberals from doing any sort of public incidents, because these guys are screaming bloody murder all over the fucking internet.
You mentioned history. I was a kid when we went through a period of assassination in the 1960s. I remember when Martin Luther King was killed, Robert Kennedy went onto the streets of Indianapolis. He was a candidate for president at that time, and it was very, very dangerous, frankly, for him to be out there, but he insisted on going, and he spoke to the crowd. And Aaron, he finished, and I wanted to share this, he finished with a poem by Aeschylus, the ancient Greek poet, and it was, even in our sleep, pain which cannot forget falls drop by drop upon the heart, until in our own despair, against our will, comes wisdom through the awful grace of God. The question is, have we seen enough to embrace wisdom here and recognize that this is not a path that we want to go as a country? And let's be clear, I heard what those folks said.
Charlie Kirk being compared to Martin Luther King. What is happening, bro? What am I like?
All right.
Do these guys also not understand, like, this level of heavy-handed, this kind of like heavy-handed posturing is unironically.
It's just hard because there hasn't been any new updates, and while I would love to sit here and watch Hassan, and I know I'm not getting like any views
in
tonight.
laundering his ideology as like a normal one, a good one.
I want to get back to Iron Chef. Black out your bingo boards. We can watch the next episode. I think then we're finished season 1. Reset your wait, no. Don't reset your board. Don't reset your board.
結果を出すのは私です。それでは発表します。
Today, the top chef at Tokyo, Sabatini Daroma, trying to restore the pride and honor of its owner. Challenger Mariyama, a great effort. Better than the challenger Don Sabatini had in here the first time in a revenge match against the Iron Chef, who was forced to dig deep into his arsenal. Did he come up with enough? Who takes it? Whose cuisine reigns supreme? The Iron Chef, Chen, dashing the dreams of revenge. In round 2, Italian versus Chinese, Sabatini versus Chen, it ends in similar fashion. A hard-fought victory for the Iron Chef. The sweetness of revenge will not be tasted tonight. All right, let's check the scoring.
That's right.
Very close. Kano, 20-19, the challenger. Saito, 19-18, the...
I'm sorry. No, I didn't want to do that one. I want.
Years ago, a man's fantasy became reality in a form never seen before. A giant cooking
I think if I'm gonna do any more conversating about the Charlie Kirk situation, I am going to I think I'm just gonna talk about it on the Discord at this point. I don't know how long it's gonna take to find somebody. It'll probably just be
one from Kamakura, an ancient capital of Japan. With his highly developed sense of taste and liberal approach, Kondo's brought a fresh breeze to Kamakura's Japanese cuisine.
Nice to meet you. Well, we get great seafood from the bay, and the view is just spectacular. It's also a birthplace of many samurai cultures. And, well, like a samurai, I'm ready to fight this one out.
どうぞ頑張ってください。はい。それでは一段飾りで姿を現すうちの鉄人を登場させましょう。よみがえるアイアンシェフ。
The Three Iron Chefs, men who write new chapters in Japan's culinary history. Iron Chef Chinese Chen Kenichi, Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai, and Iron Chef Japanese Masaharu Morimoto. They continually produce new trends right here in Kitchen Stadium.
ニューヨークから来た男もいますが、さあ誰と戦いますか？
Sakai-san, please.
The challenger.
Sakai, Iron Chef. Wait. French Iron Chef. Were you trying to get Blue? Italian. That sucks.
Fixes his aim on Iron Chef Sakai. This girls' festival matchup will be between Japanese and French cuisines. Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai, one of the first to incorporate Japanese techniques in French cuisine. The Delacroix of French cuisine has intrigued many with his artistic use of color, but today he faces an uphill battle. French cuisine for a Japanese girls' festival.
今回はひな祭り対決。よってテーマは設けません。自由な発想でひな祭りらしい料理を作ってください。それでは試合を開始します。
So no theme ingredient for today's girls' festival battle.
Oh.
If memory serves me right, there is a must-have item for the girls' festival. Among all the colorful delicacies, we must have clam dishes. Because a clamshell corresponds to its unique counterpart. In ancient Japan, it was the symbol of chastity, and therefore the symbol of this festival. And how will Sakai, a great French chef, tackle this theme? This ought to be interesting.
Today it'll be a first for Sakai, a French chef, trying to...
It's a theme battle, not a food battle? We don't even get to check off a food? That's messed up.
Expressed the theme of Girls Festival, an Asian concept, through his French dishes. And going against a pure Japanese cuisine artist from the ancient city of Kamakura, Sakai already starts out playing catch-up in this battle. Opening gong, battles engaged, and Sakai slapping his hands. And now the tray to get himself fired up for this one. No theme ingredient. Instead, both men are to present dishes that match Girls Festival. Okay, before we go any further, let's introduce our guests, women from 3 generations, 3 slants on Girls Festival, if you will. First, she's the youngest guest we've ever had on the show, checking in at 17 years of age, actress Yumi Adachi.
It's nice to be here.
For you, Girls Festival celebrated at home not that long ago, right?
Yes.
And I'd imagine, like most young girls, you still have a bit of a sweet tooth?
Oh, yes. And I'm really looking forward to the decorations.
All right.
The presentation of the dishes.
Glad you could join us.
Thank you.
And her second time to be on the show, actress Naomi Hosokawa. Nice to have you again.
Thank you for having me.
You were here for the strawberry battle. This time, the atmosphere is a little different, right?
Yes, well, and it'll be so thrilling this time to watch a match with no fixed theme ingredient.
All right, and thanks for
Nice
being
to be here.
And her last Girls Festival, a long time ago, actress Yoko
What do you mean
Akino.
a long time ago? How dare you?
By the way, Akino-san, your oh-so-cute daughter's in the studio today.
Roasted!
Time to pass the baton on, right?
Yes, I told her the theme was Girls Festival, and she said she just really, really wanted to come. So thanks for letting her come today.
No problem. And also on the panel, these 3 women will be joined by Asako Kishi. From high school to middle age and above, the chefs will have to think about this and think hard to please the ladies.
Okay, now check out behind the Iron Chef here.
Wonderful.
Okay, that's kinkato. And you see all the different shapes there. There's red snapper, a lot of different items. And this is really, really rare. Actually, very few people will make this nowadays. I heard they got a person in Kanazawa to make these.
These are edible?
Yeah, they're basically sugar.
Sugar decorations. Yes, I used to have them when I was growing up.
Yeah, they're popular in the old times.
Oh, they're so pretty.
That one set there alone costs about $100.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, they're a tad
Can
pricey.
they preserve
yeah.
them for another year,
Yeah.
maybe?
Put it on layaway. Go with the installment plan.
Fukui-san?
Go ahead, Ota.
Yeah, talking with the challenger about today's theme, he said, what a coincidence. My daughter, I just turned 11 on March 3rd, the day of the Girls Festival. I'm going to prepare my dishes praying for her health as she grows up and happiness for the whole family.
All right, and throw in a prayer for the panel's happiness. And there is daughter Ai-chan in the middle. March 3rd, Girls Festival, her birthday.
Yeah, that's incredible. Good timing.
She's now 11, and with her in the royal box is her mother Naomi and her brother Shinya. The whole Kondo family has come up from Kamakura to be here, cheering for Dad in this special event.
Okay, right now, if you check out this, the challenger is filleting greenling here.
Getting down with greenling.
Hey, I don't have to tell you. There's no such thing like this in France.
Hey, he's starting to complain again. He's always complaining about the theme. There's no Girls Festival in France.
I'm pretty good.
He's getting so roasted today. Oh my god, everybody's doing little jabs.
At these handicap matches, you know.
Girls Festival, what kind of dishes come to mind, Adachi-san?
At our home, we always had clam soup, really. Always. Yeah.
So the standard 3, diamond-shaped rice cake, white sake, and clams, of course. Clams are a given for Girls Festival.
Yeah, I see them using right now.
Yes.
Yes, in this steaming tray, the Iron Chef has clams, as you can see, with a white wine bouillon or broth.
Okay, the French approach here.
Not
yeah.
Japanese sake, but white wine.
Okay, and the challenger is using...
Ooh, do a clams casino and or do like steamers, but like in a really nice garlic bath. Really crusty bread.
Baby abalone, I think.
Yeah, it's abalone.
Oh, that's what they look like.
Kuisan?
Yes.
I mentioned to the challenger that he seems to be using a lot of seafood, and he said, yeah, I'm using abalone from Kamakura, where I'm from, and I have to have clams. They are a must for this festival. Today, I'm going to show that I'm just as knowledgeable about Japanese cuisine pertaining to this festival as Hattori-san is.
The challenge, Doc.
I accept.
Suddenly an underlying battle here.
And for Kuisan?
Yes.
The challenger has just started to fry some apple slices here.
All right, got that.
Look.
Apple chips or crisps.
Oh, they look
And what's this on the Iron Chef's side?
This, tuna.
Tuna. And what's that white stuff?
Kuisan?
Go, Ota.
These are red snapper fillets that are being dipped into boiling water.
Oh, I see.
All right, and the Iron Chef complaining a minute ago, but now with a clear idea
Not
on
blanch.
how he'll tackle today's theme initially. Red snapper and tuna here.
Oh, into the hot water there,
Yes,
yeah.
the tuna slices
What
too.
does he have in mind?
I wonder what it'll be.
The challenger is using white sake.
Yes, he is.
Ice poured it into the blender.
White sake by the challenger. Go.
The challenger's blender contains a mix of white sake, canned peaches, fresh cream, egg yolks, sugar,
A
and
dessert
milk.
for sure.
All right, fresh cream.
Oh, dessert.
Yeah, no doubt a
Ice
dessert.
cream
That's ice
machine.
cream there
Ice
that they're working
cream.
on.
Yes, ice cream.
The ice cream maker put into action.
It has white sake in it,
Kuisan?
too.
Yes.
I asked the challenger if he could tell us anything interesting about the use of clams, and he said clams only match well with certain things, therefore they've been a symbol of chastity in Japan since ancient times.
Yes.
In fact, in the old days, there were sayings attached to almost every ingredient that you can find.
All right, we'll see if he can offer more.
Oh, look. The ice cream is turning round and around.
Okay, and on the challenger side, rice.
And baby abalone, too.
For the challenger.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
All right, well, this is easy. He's going to mix the abalone into the rice and boil it.
Abalone rice.
Hey,
It sounds
look
good.
at the Iron Chef. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I bet this is...
It's going to be like a terrine.
a terrine.
Yeah.
That's
Made
clever.
in the shape of a diamond-shaped rice
Go
cake.
ahead.
Yes, an update on what the Iron Chef is doing. He has marinated these lightly boiled tuna and red snapper fillets with vinegared soy sauce, lemon juice, scallions, salt, and salad oil, and that's what he's using here.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Yes, inventiveness on display.
And for Kuisan?
Sakai. Go ahead.
Yeah, I spoke with the Iron Chef about what the challenger was saying about chastity and clams, etc., and Sakai said, I know that the Girls' Festival was originally themed after that, but you can't expect modern girls to relate to all that old stuff.
Dachi-san, any comment? Even the word chastity, you know what it means?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Oh, rice cakes.
Oh, rice cake. That's the challenger.
Yeah, now this is a standard rice cake for the festival.
But wait, what is the meaning of this? The three colors.
It's interesting.
Okay, well, there are three colors, as you said. The green is a grass green, and that stands for health. And the white in the middle, that's to chase away the evil spirits. And the red or pink stands for purity. And the red should be on the top.
Doc, unbelievable.
Wow, how interesting.
I just saw the challenger throw a fried bean curd into his pot.
Yes, I saw that too.
That large piece?
Yes.
What's it for? This is just for the aroma?
Yeah, I think so. He'll probably be taking it out a little bit later on.
Okay, that's an interesting angle right there.
Those apple slices will probably go on the ice cream.
Do you see the paper dolls here next to the cutting bar?
Right.
The challenger told me that his daughter made them for him, special for today's battle.
She's so good at it.
And he said that they are his good luck charms today.
And why not?
Oh, they're so well made. She's so cute.
Oh, so well made.
Today, the stadium's filled with girls' festival items.
And the Iron Chef has finished preparing his milfew. They should look pretty once he slices them.
Sliced daikon radish. Yes, go ahead.
Here's another update on what the Iron Chef is still patiently working on. The marinated dish using tuna and red snapper. On top, he has added other boiled items and chrysanthemums, and now daikon radish as well.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Visually, he'll want this to resemble the diamond rice cake for the festival.
Yeah, I think he'll actually probably cut them into diamond shapes.
Right. And that's why he made it this long.
Yeah.
It should look really pretty on the plate.
Yeah. The guy's got skills.
I smell garlic being fried.
Oh, yes, I think you're
Where's
right.
it coming from?
Over there, from the Iron Chef's side.
From the Iron Chef.
And here are onions. And
Okay, and I see a risotto.
Oh, I see it. It looks wonderful.
Iron Chef Sakai making a commitment to hang with his French cuisine skills in this battle themed after a Japanese celebration. Not going to give in to any pressure to go native on us here. I smell garlic being fried.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Where's that coming from?
Over there, on the Iron Chef's side.
From the Iron Chef.
And here are onions and...
Okay, I see a risotto.
Oh, I see. right. Looks wonderful.
Iron Chef Sakai making a commitment to hang with his French cuisine skills in this battle themed after a Japanese celebration. So far, not going to give in to any pressure to go native on us
What
here.
is the challenger breading now?
The challenge. This one is Fritz's Greenling and
Rice crackers.
yeah, not exactly the same type you use for the festival as a rule,
Okay.
but probably used for the
texture.
crispiness. Yeah, exactly. And he'll be frying these.
Oh, it sounds nice.
And the Iron Chef is
What is it here?
Fukusan?
Yes.
Actually, these are fried scallops.
Okay, fried scallops, bamboo shoots, and
looks like mountain herbs.
They're called amame.
Amame. Okay.
And the vegetables underneath are Chinese herbs.
Oh, okay. All right.
How is this going to be finished? Oh, he's going to roll them.
I think probably frying.
Spring roll shape.
Fukusan.
Yeah,
Yes.
for stir frying or grilling.
Yes,
maybe.
these are spring roll wraps.
Oh, how interesting.
So the deal is he'll fry them.
I don't think so. Maybe a stir fry or grill.
Oh, you're right.
These?
You're right.
Yeah, just before serving, probably.
Okay, 30 minutes gone, 30 minutes left. Again today, no theme ingredient to be used for the dishes, but the chefs are required to come up with dishes based on the theme
Fukusan?
of Japan's Grill Festival. Go!
Yeah, the challenger says it's true that the diamond-shaped rice cakes do stand for health, protection, and purity, as Hattori-san said, but poetically, you could say, under the white snow, seedlings are preparing for the spring to enjoy the peach blossoms.
Wow, nice.
And he says he wants to express the poetic side of Japanese culture in his dishes.
Okay, you win.
Back to school, Doc.
And Fukui-san?
Yes.
In this bowl, the Iron Chef is mixing mayonnaise, Tabasco sauce, and ketchup along with hot bean sauce.
Oh, like a tartar sauce.
Very hot. Be warned.
Red hot.
Oh,
Yeah,
sounds hot
red
enough for me.
Oh, I think the ice cream's coming
Yes,
out.
here it comes.
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay, now this ice cream has sake in it.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
I asked the challenger whether white sake or shirozake is also a must for the girls' festival, and he said, of course. It originally came from China, and although it is called white sake, the alcohol content is minimal, so even Adachi-san, who is underage, can enjoy it.
All right.
I'm glad about that.
Won't have to card you. And Doc, he's taking over your duties.
Yeah, I know. I'm feeling kind of cornered right now.
All right, back to business.
Risotto.
Okay, now look at the Iron
clams in
Chef
it,
here.
too.
Yeah, he's got some clams in there. Now this will give body to the whole dish. It should taste wonderful. Clams are great no matter how you cook them, and if you cook them just right, they're absolutely amazing. Okay, and what are they up to here now?
This is on the
Fukui-san?
challenger side. Yes.
Yeah, these are scallops and eggs out of the food processor.
Okay, scallops and eggs, you said.
That's right.
Oh,
Okay, probably
okay.
ingredients for a soup then. Like a stew pot or something, yeah.
All right.
The Iron Chef is finishing up the spring roll dishes. They're grilled.
Yeah, they are grilled. Looking quite crispy there.
So delicious.
And how about at the red hot sauce? We'll go for this dish.
Ah, boy, that's a tough one. Maybe just a thin circle of sauce on the plate around these items, something like that.
Okay, could be. He is using a palette here.
Yes.
Oh, it's so nice.
It is, isn't it?
And now back
Palette.
to Challenger Kondo. How about this? Some sizzling fish up close.
Yeah,
Looks
salmon.
like.
Yeah, salmon. I saw him picking it up when he was
Fukui-san?
choosing ingredients.
Yes, Sota.
Yeah, the challenger grilled
Ooh,
this
bacon
salmon in the
relish.
oven after marinating it in light soy sauce and sweet sake.
All right, we got it. But you know, it kind of looks similar to what the Iron Chef is doing.
Well,
Here?
it's the challenger.
Challenger.
Okay, yes.
Oh, Iron Chef's dishes are so pretty.
All right, well, let's get over there.
Wow, so pretty.
They are so pretty, aren't they?
Yeah, like flowers of spring. They got grape blossoms and peach blossoms.
Gorgeous. This man is so sensitive, especially about decorations.
Yeah.
I'm always impressed with his use of color.
As well, you should be. Okay, 15 minutes left in
That's a fantastic compliment because I also agree.
this battle. With no required theme ingredient, the chefs have been free to use anything they want to express their vision of Girls Festival
What
in their
is the
culinary creations.
Challenger up to over there.
Oh, something with the salmon.
What is that? Oh, it's that he's dumping on top.
Well, let's say pouring on top.
Okay, this from
Fukui-san?
Kondo. Yes.
The meringue that you see being spread onto the salmon is a regular meringue, but with the added touch of white sake.
All right, it is a meringue with shirozake, white sake in it.
Okay, so
I was
he'll
gonna
be
set it on fire.
probably, well, steaming it or grilling it, either way, yeah.
It sounds good to me.
Fukui-san.
Yes.
Chef Sakai was sprinkling flour on blowfish roll and then sauteing that in olive oil. When I asked blowfish roll for the girls' festival, his response was, I wanted to make one dish that had nothing to do with the theme. He's still cranky. Back to you.
All right, well, he does have some sort of feeling into it.
The hishimochi is finished.
Yes, it is.
Okay, now this could be going into the soup as well.
He's steaming them. That's just too plain, it seems.
He'll probably be placing them over the other ingredients, so...
Right, like a flag covering something.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking, but I could be wrong.
All right, now we're looking at him up close and personal.
Pastel Italy.
Challenger Kondo steaming the three-striped rice cakes, hishimochi. And we'll see if Dr. Tori is correct about how they'll be used. He usually is. And now the Iron Chef sauce here.
On this one.
Down on the plate.
Iron Chef Sakai always gives me so many great hints. Little things that really make the dishes look like pure French cuisine.
Absolutely. I'd agree with
Even
that.
when we make it, you
and
know.
here's a pro at work.
Right, exactly. A layperson would never think about doing such things.
But one little touch can make a great deal of difference.
Well, not all professional chefs do things to this extent in their everyday cooking, though.
All right, now back to the challenger side.
Okay, yeah, he's taking it
It kind of looks like a fried pork cutlet.
off. I see this is fried bean curd.
So the rice, the baby abalone rice.
Oh, it looks so good.
I'm sneaking onto the panel today.
Whoa, I can hardly wait.
Hold on just a little longer. 10 minutes left. That's all that remains.
Hey, look, the milfeu is ready. It's coming out.
Oh, my.
Okay, Iron Chef's items coming out here.
Please, slice it now.
Fukui-san?
Okay,
Yes.
diamond shaped, yeah.
Yeah, just to confirm what's in the Iron Chef's milfeu, starting from the bottom layer, marinated fish, amame, chrysanthemum flowers, and daikon radish on top.
All right, a great shot right there of French hishimochi.
Oh, it's looking so good.
Sakai has shown us one answer to tackling this theme and how.
Okay, now using daikon radish here.
Yeah, what is this?
Okay, I think he's making lanterns, actually.
Lanterns? That's incredible.
Am I wrong?
Well, even if you're wrong, I'll take it.
Are you saying he's wrong?
Well.
Wait, I'm not sure. Was that a compliment? How do I take this?
One way or another, she's going to get you, Doc. All right, the Iron Chef, the truffles going on.
Oh, such a big piece. Is this a
Huge piece of truffle.
I think he'll be pouring soup over this.
Okay.
Soup's going to go on to this
That's
one.
what I thought.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
it's a soup for sure, yeah.
okay. And
That's what it looks like to me.
He's using a bowl instead of a plate.
all right, now back to Challenger Kondo here and his
Apples?
fried apples, apple
Fukui-san?
chips. Yes.
Yeah, these dishes on the Challenger side contain thinly sliced daikon radish, celery, and carrots topped off with fried apple slice. Back to you.
Okay, so a salad here.
Right. A salad.
Yeah, this dish is also presented in a diamond shape.
Yeah, we missed that.
realize that,
Right. The plate diamond shaped there. And here's the colorful one by the Iron Chef. Presentation points here, I'd say, and mouth-watering as
He
well.
just ran a toothpick up and down.
Oh,
That's
very
how he did
pretty.
that.
I picked that up watching this program.
Well, that's right. The new trends take root here.
See? We all learn together.
And here's that colorful one by the Iron Chef. Presentation points here and
He's run a
mouth-watering as
toothpick
well.
Up and down that.
That's how he did that.
I picked that up watching this program.
That's right. The new trends take root here.
Oh, the Challenger has lemon soda?
Oh, what's he doing with it?
I see.
Strawberries and oranges and...
Oh, look at all that
Okay,
fruit.
perhaps this is for the ice cream then.
Oh, that could be.
But
Oh, that
the
would be
ice
good.
cream has white sake in it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, it would be very
What an
interesting.
amazingly unique
Fukui-san?
combination.
Yes.
Yeah, into this bowl, the Challenger is straining juice from canned peaches, strawberries, and oranges, along with cherry liqueur, peach liqueur, and shirozake.
All right, big fella. Lots of liqueurs there.
Okay, so he's going to pour that over the dessert then, right?
All right, not a punch with the knockout, but a sauce for the dessert. And what about that soda over on the other
And the
side?
lemon soda. Yeah, what about that?
That could be
lemon
added as
soda?
well.
I'm not sure about that. He seems to be taking it back.
Okay, but it looks like he's putting some lemon soda
yes,
on right now.
Yes. Uh-huh. And on the Iron Chef side, that dish was, yes, a soup.
Right, Akino-san.
Mm-hmm.
Like a stew.
Yeah, looks so delicious.
Yeah, it's like a potofu, spring vegetable soup sort of a thing.
Oh,
Looks
it's got
really good.
okra.
Oh, with truffles and clams. Ooh.
Okay, and the
And
soft
now
rice
here-
cake steamed here, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We called this one
On
earlier.
the soup. And beneath this, there is
Meatballs there,
meatballs.
yeah.
And the rice crackers.
Right,
yeah.
right, yeah.
Oh, how clever.
And with the hot soup poured on top, what'll happen is it'll all become really nice and tender. It'll be great.
That sounds so good.
And this a perfect illustration of his skill level challenger Motohito Kondo.
And the Iron Chef is now wrapping something.
Oh, yeah, right, okay, I
Oh,
can see
with
that.
green tea.
Yeah, green tea and something else he's got there.
Oh, what about the clams?
Yeah, the ones he was steaming with wine.
Yeah.
Fukui-san?
I forgot about that.
Yes, Ota.
In this yellow goblet, actually it's clear, the Iron Chef has Carlton champagne, that's a peach champagne, Perrier, gelatin, and sugar all gelled and cooled in the fridge. The yellow color comes from the mango puree on top.
All right, bingo, mango.
Okay, so without a doubt, a dessert.
A dessert which is now finished. And now back on the challenger side, here comes the salmon with the meringue on top coming out of the tray. Oh, Kondo salmon dish with the spring-like flavor. I'd have to venture here, topped by the meringue. And the word is it'll be sliced just prior to being served, but this certainly looking like his main dish of the day.
That looks good.
Boy, both French and Japanese cuisine are so visually pleasing.
Both share that feature, and especially Iron Chef Sakai. He's a true artist in not only preparing but presenting his dishes.
You know, the scoring today is going to be really, really difficult.
They are glazing him so hard. Like, they've barely talked about the other chef. But, I mean, maybe I'm just noticing it more. But it looks so good. I love the colors of them.
You know, there's several categories, the creativity and the design. These chefs tie in terms of design of the dishes, I think.
Yeah, it's going to boil down to taste only, really.
As it should, but with the 4 women on the panel today, you know appearances will count for something. Okay, 3 minutes left in the battle.
And the paper dolls I see with the hors d'oeuvre are also made by his daughter?
Yeah, I believe so. Boy,
Not for sure, but most likely yes. And he's really gotten behind the girls' festival theme today.
They're so pretty.
And lanterns as well. They'll probably be lit during the serving of that dish.
Yeah, this one's got a candle inside there.
And a girls' festival doll with it, too.
Squeeze-up.
There you are. Go.
Yeah, with today's guest, it's hard to get a word in edgewise. But to answer your question, yes, these paper dolls were also made by his daughter, Ai.
Wow, she is so good, isn't she? Amazing. That's another aspect that would make me vote for the challenger.
And Akino-san as a mother, his effort here really hits home.
Oh, it makes me totally sympathetic.
Any mother would find favor with what he's doing now. And where'd the time go? Only 1 minute left. The girls' festival battle of first in Kitchen Stadium nearing the finish. Both sides have given us much food for thought and thoughts for food. Which man will revel today in the celebration of the festival? The Delacroix of French cuisine, Iron Chef Sakai, or the pure Japanese cuisine artist from Kamakura, Chef Kondo? For the challenger, pretty much in control of what he set out to do, the Iron Chef hamstrung and handicapped by the festival theme today. No way he could have expected anything like this unfolding. He hasn't been as focused.
15 seconds
and now 15 seconds left. The men and their assistants getting down to their last finishing touches being applied to their dishes. Yes, beautiful looking. The work here of Challenger Kondo. A dour looking Sakai as the final seconds tick down. And yes, that's it. The cooking's done. The girls' festival battle is over.
You looked as if you had dedicated this one to your daughter.
Well, yes. She was born on Girls' Festival Day, so, well, I was thinking about her when I was doing this.
And how did it turn out?
Well, so-so, I think. I used apples and tried to add my own originality. Basically, my intention was to please teenagers as well as mature women.
You sure sound confident.
Yes.
Not having a theme ingredient sounds easy, but it's not really. You tend to overdo things and have to scramble at the end. But I tried to add the taste, the feeling of the festival by using vegetables and seafood a lot.
I see.
Girls' Festival, of course, you know, there is no such thing in France.
Yeah.
But it was fun. Fun, yes.
But you're known for being good at coming up with dishes that women like.
Yes,
How about it?
Yes, well, they're okay, I'd have to say. Yeah, I can't lose today.
Challenger Kondo is offering 7 items.
Oh,
First,
7?
a must-have for the occasion, sake cocktail using shirozake sprinkled with peach blossom petals. Second, clam hors d'oeuvres, paper dolls made by his daughter, ideal decorations for these festival dishes. The soft roe hors d'oeuvre is a flavor adults enjoy sake with. The white fish steamed in sake is accentuated by the subtle bitterness of mountain herbs. Marinated clams and vegetables. The clams were marinated in apple vinegar, adding a refreshing sourness. Fourth is Girls' Festival Stew. He fried greenling sprinkled with rice cracker crumbs. The steamed, soft rice cake packages everything into one. Salmon grilled with sake, speaking to the arrival of spring. The salmon is enjoyed with the meringue sauce, which has a sake flavor to it. Abalone rice. He used baby abalone from his hometown of Kamakura, perfecting a flavor that speaks to the Japanese soul, carrying the breeze from the sea. The seaweed is also from his hometown. Last, sake and peach ice cream. Shirozake with a low alcohol content accents this peach ice cream. The Iron Chef has 5 dishes. First, snapper and tuna combo. The hot
Completes
sauce
5
using hot
dishes.
bean paste is what ties all the players in this dish together. Second is blowfish soft roe risotto. The rice is prepared a little hard to harmonize well with the gentle clam soup and soft roe. The flavor of the soup with white wine added to clam broth is controlled just right. Clam and vegetable soup. The dish illustrates Sakai's policy of using many different ingredients and creating a perfect balance among them. The full-bodied soup is splendid for the clams and truffles. Scallop spring rolls, another dish using ingredients of spring to suggest the festival. The grilled scallops complement the texture of the spring roll skins. And the Iron Chef scallop sauce is also a very fine creation. Last, Peach Festival sorbet. What else could close out the meal so superbly for this girls' festival dinner? Hailing from the ancient Bayside capital of Kamakura, today's challenger Motohito Kondo brings a refreshing sea breeze into Kitchen Stadium, where the Japanese cuisine artist will try to blow past Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai. Instead of unveiling a theme ingredient, Chairman Kaga announces a theme concept, Girls Festival, leaving the chefs to their own devices. Challenger Kondo, taking advantage of his good fortune, produces an exquisite set of 7 dishes. The Iron Chef, at times disheartened, fights back with 5. And now the moment of truth, tasting and
I was like, oh, they're glazing the Iron Chef so much, and I'm like, wait, why are they kicking him?
judgment. On the panel today are actress Yumi Adachi, actress Naomi Hosokawa, actress Yoko.
I guess the girls were like, hyping him versus like the narrator who's like talking him down so much.
And culinary critic Asako Kishi. First, the dishes of Challenger Kondo.
Today, I wanted to give everyone festive dishes to enjoy Girls Festival. Usually, when making hors d'oeuvres for this occasion, you'd have to use a tofu-based sauce. But today, I used blowfish soft roe and flavored it quite strongly.
These are so pretty. You know, they're visually pleasing not only to adults, but also for kids.
It's very sweet. And the sweetness matches with what you see before eating. It's a cute flavor.
You used some soft roe instead of tofu cream, and I was worried about how it would turn out. You separated each of them. It's delicious, but it's something just for adults. Maybe it would go better with sake.
I added fried greenling to add body to the dish.
So good. This is so well balanced. I love it. Yeah. It's so good.
The fried greenling is so savory. I feel that. It's really very nice.
Everything in here has a different texture. You have a chunky, slippery texture and jelly-like items in this. The flavors are all different, too. The mountain herbs are kind of bitter, but that accentuates a natural sweetness in my mouth. It's a very nice stew. It's great.
Thank you very much. I hope you can feel the aroma of the shirozake together with the salmon.
The aroma of the salmon is suppressed a little bit too much. I almost feel like I'm eating just herbs and shirozake.
The salmon is not flavored as strong as it could be, and that's why the herbs come on too strong. But if you mix them, you can enjoy the aroma of spring, as you were talking about.
Dish described as a...
And now Challenger Kondo serves his abalone rice.
I hope while you're eating this, you get a sense of the breeze from the coast of Kamakura.
The abalone, wakame seaweed, and the honeywort, I think. I feel all kinds of refreshing things in here. Just smelling it, it's really pleasing.
This takes me straight back to my childhood. It's really good, yeah.
The Challenger has used clams and vegetables and many other interesting things suggesting the arrival of spring. He's prepared very good dishes based on the Girls' Festival theme. Very nice.
And now the dishes of Iron Chef Sakai are before the panel.
You're the one giving me hard themes. This is a milfeu, visually resembling hishimochi, a diamond-shaped rice cake for this festival.
The balance between the fish and the vegetable is very unique. And sometimes there's a creamy texture, and other times I feel something crispy. They alternate. It's very nice.
When I was watching him make the sauce, I was wondering how it would taste. But it's so good.
Thank you so much.
Visually, this suggests a festival. And the sauce is, how should I say, elegantly hot, perhaps. The taste is different with the sauce.
I used blowfish soft roe and clam broth when steaming the clams.
Overall, I tend to think that the clams are still a bit tough, but the flavor is very complex. Something from an Iron Chef, absolutely.
The rice is not cooked too softly, while the roe is so soft. It's really good, I think. It's yummy.
You venture to use clams because of the theme. The soup looks like Japanese clam soup, but you chose to use white wine. Sake would have made this elegant, but with wine, it's a bit too strong.
The Iron Chef serves his scallop spring rolls.
I made this cream sauce using the other parts of the scallop.
The reason why I don't go for French so often is the cream sauce. But this one here is a bit different. I'm enjoying this cream sauce very much.
I like the texture of the scallops, and they're so pretty with this sauce. It's good.
The color is also nice. It's very feminine in its presentation, but as a dish for a girls' festival, it doesn't have much impact.
This is so good. It's really good.
It's like jelly. It's so cold, and it wobbles in my mouth. All kinds of different 3 experiences presented together. Really, it's amazing.
You also used many ingredients to suggest the arrival of spring, and the last item wraps up everything quite well. Nice landing, Captain.
No ties allowed.
Girls' Festival, the theme. Women's Festival, the verdict. Which man measures up best?
She said no ties allowed. And this wraps up. I'm going to get out of here a little earlier tonight.
料理のひな壇で素晴らしい戦いを見せてくれた挑戦者、そして別に日本の伝統文化が食によって輝きを見せた一日だったと思います。お雛様から祝福されるのは一人だけです。それでは発表します。
Today, Kitchen Stadium basked in the joyful atmosphere of the traditional Girls' Festival. Challenger Kondo from Kamakura successfully showing for all the high caliber of his work. Iron Chef Sakai facing yet another difficult situation, trying to deal with the Japanese theme through the prism of French cuisine. Did he do it? Who takes it? Whose cuisine reigns supreme?
Wow, the Iron Chef won again. Oh my god. Holy crap. All right, everybody. I'm going to get out of here for the night. I'm not going to read into anybody because most of the people that I would read into don't talk about politics. And if they were like, hey, what were you talking about? And I was like, oh, a political commentator got assassinated today. They'd be like, could you not right now? Good night, everybody. I will be back tomorrow, but I'll also be in the Discord. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.